Are you kidding me?
Cheers.
Cheers. How we doing? Ooh. Oh, that's a little tart. That's interesting.
Take another swig.
Did you put a little bit more in mine?
I put a little bit more in everybody's, but I added extra ginger beer too.
Whew. Oh. That's festive.
I like it. The ginger gives it an Asian kind of flavor.
Tim, what are we drinking?
Moscow Mules.
Ah.
Some vodka, ginger beer, and just a splash of lime juice.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it?
Jesse is struggling. You've made 2 good drinks 2 weeks in a row, man.
You're undefeated right now.
I'm trying to please everybody.
Both of them go down way too smooth.
There it is. So when when we were at the liquor store, we're kind of kicking around ideas, and Tim's like, I think I'm just going to do Moscow Mules. So we're like, get all the stuff. We get home. On the way home, I was like, we should get like cups. You know, you have to drink them out of the Moscow Mule cups. And Tim was like, it doesn't matter. So I get home, and I thought about it, and I was like, let me just go next door just to see if my mom happens to have some. And we get over there, and I was like, Mom, do you have any of these cups? And she just points at the sink. She bought some yesterday afternoon. Never had a Moscow Mule in her life. She was like, I don't know, I figured I'd try them sometime, so I got the cups. I was like, Mom, you have no idea how perfect that timing was. So we'll get brand new cups.
Meant to be.
So thanks, Mom.
And she had her first Moscow Mule made by
yours
our
truly.
resident mixologist.
Yeah. Mixologist.
I believe it was her first. Yeah.
No, I think she had one at my parents.
Oh,
And
is
my
that?
dad
And then she
made her
wanted
one,
them.
and then she wanted more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, she liked it. Yeah, Tim. It's so funny. Tim did the classic thing where he walks in. He goes, "I don't know if it's gonna be good." He goes, "This is my first time making them. I don't know." And I was like, "Classic undersell," and she loved it. She thought it tasted great.
I think it's hard to mess up only 2 parts. Really,
Yes, yeah.
kind of.
Especially if you're
2.5.
measuring it, you already know. Yeah.
But the mugs or the glasses are so big, it doesn't feel like anything's in there.
I think it'll last us quite a while, though.
I probably put how many? Oh, there's 3 ounces of vodka in yours, and there's 4 ounces in mine.
Only 3?
Yeah, I put.
Is it more ginger beer or more vodka?
Both.
No, but there's more of one thing than the other.
Oh, I put more. There's more ginger beer regularly, but I put more of each. But there's more ginger beer. in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the lime juice just gets you there. That's what I like about it.
I think it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You like it?
Another home run, Tim.
Yeah. 2 for 2. Did you guys watch that Overwatch 2 season trailer?
Yes, you just showed it to me about 5 minutes ago.
Yes. I'm still that hyped about it. And here's why.
The man's buying a PS5.
Right when I watched it for the first time, Tim was here in the room. And I was like, no, actually, it was right before you walked in the door. You walked in the door and I said, Tim, I am so hyped for this Overwatch 2 game right now.
And I said, don't show me it.
Yeah. He didn't care. He didn't want to know about it. The reason why now I'm more hyped than ever is because they made it free to play, which I think is huge because no one was going to pay money for that and not be disappointed.
But you're still going to buy skins.
Oh, of course. Yeah. There's no denying that. I mean, back me up here, Ash. It's the point of Overwatch.
Did you see the skins, Tim?
I did see the skins, but like every other character, they make 35 to 40 skins. And
But if they're good, keep coming. That's what I say.
I am curious to see if they're going to carry over any of the skins from the first game.
they
Yeah,
have to,
so-
right?
I hope so.
So you did say something about they are doing cross progression. Now, how does that work? Level wise?
Yes.
Mhm.
So you can log out of playing on PC and then pick up on your Switch, and
Okay.
your level, everything is the same.
So not from the previous game. It's cross-platform.
I know that it's only cross-platform for Overwatch 2.
Oh, okay. So that's the big question then. What they were talking about before is how are they going to bring over basically how are you going to please the older players by bringing over all of that stuff that we worked 5+ years collecting.
Yeah. I don't see why bringing the skins over from the first game would be difficult.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
The
That's
character
thing.
models are exactly the same
Mm-hmm.
in the second game. So,
Yeah. I don't think it's difficult. I just think they don't want to do it because they still probably want to make money from Overwatch 1 maybe. I don't know.
imagine if you got those skins from 2016. Next year, those skins will be 7 years old.
Mm.
Rocking a skin from 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Tim's got some day one skins. Close
you?
enough.
Do you?
He was
I mean, you hit it hard for a long time.
He was there in 2016.
Yeah, that's true. On PC, right?
No, on Xbox.
Wow. Why didn't I know that?
You did.
Oh.
You were in my room watching me play it.
Shall we revisit this?
Yeah, shall we
need to get
revisit?
into this
Do
right
we
now?
need to?
So the history of Overwatch for me is Tim played it for years, tried to get me playing it. I wouldn't do it. Ashton comes over once and says, "Hey, let's have an Overwatch day." I borrowed Jacob's PlayStation, bought Overwatch for it. That afternoon when he left, I went to GameStop and bought a PlayStation 4 and played Overwatch for years.
I didn't even make it home, and he called me and he said, "I just bought a PlayStation."
And Tim is still salty about it to this day. And for that, I
Yes.
apologize.
Yes, very salty.
Why don't you get back into it? Overwatch 2 is coming in.
Mm-mm.
All three of us, fresh.
Crossplay.
Mm-mm.
Why?
I don't want to give them my time anymore because they're just going to disappoint you in 2 years.
Yeah, in 2 years. But those 2 years are going to be beautiful.
I've learned my lesson.
Come on.
Never again.
I don't like that.
Blizzard disappoints every time. When they come out with a game, it's great. And then they slowly just destroy it. Every single update that comes out, it just gets worse and worse.
You're not wrong.
He's not wrong.
But why not enjoy those first 2 years with me and your good friend
Because
Ashton over there?
I don't want to invest in something and then have it destroyed.
What if they don't? What if
They will.
what if this is a turnover of a new leaf? No? Okay.
Listen, if in 2 years, if you guys are still satisfied with the game, let me know.
I don't like that
And I'll get back on it.
because then I'm going to be out of it by then.
Not if you buy a whole new console just to play it.
Even still.
Say it on air
No.
that you're buying a PS5 just for Overwatch 2.
I am seriously considering buying a PS5.
All right, Mr. Politician.
Okay. What I'm going to do right now is look up the trade-in value for my PlayStation. If it's $200 or over, I will do it.
I think you'd be better off selling it yourself.
Probably. But it's so easy. Let me look it up.
Tim got excited about that Sombra skin.
Yeah, but he got like Tim excited where he was like, "Oh, it's cool."
No. I heard the man say, "Ooh!"
Did he? When on the video we were watching?
Yeah.
Oh. You get excited about the worst characters.
He
Can I
was
say
about
that?
4 inches from my left ear when he did it. I heard it.
You get excited over the worst characters.
Yeah.
Anna, do you play a lot?
I love Anna. You can't tell me anything bad about Anna.
Anna's not bad.
She's great.
You know what I really loved about that trailer? There were no new Mei skins. There were no new
That's right.
Doomfist skins.
That's right.
Sigma was not even present in the trailer.
Do you
And
think that Blizzard will make a retro Overwatch with the original characters that they came out with, where there's like a game mode just for that?
Interesting.
maybe if they get desperate?
Ooh.
Do you think, here's another question. Do you think they're going to drop any characters from
No.
old to new? No? Okay.
No.
I will tell you that the fact they're releasing the game with 3 new characters, there is 0 chance the game will be remotely balanced.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a free-for-all.
That's true. Do I have a pro?
Yes. You got a good deal on that Pro too.
Yeah, I got it from Hoyt for $300 maybe?
It's a good deal.
$200 trade-in value, or $190 trade-in value.
You can get almost. Well, I don't know now, but
look it
about
up.
3 months ago, you can get almost $400 for that online.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. Here's what sucks about it, because the game comes out in 3 weeks, roughly. I'd need to sell that. I'd have to buy the PlayStation if it's available, and then sell that and recoup some of my money.
You have to.
Have to what?
You have to recoup some of your money.
Yeah.
You can't just sit on the PlayStation for a couple more years and then sell it when it's no longer available.
I wouldn't want to.
So one on eBay just sold for the controller and the console for $250. So
I'd rather just trade it in at that point.
yeah, it was selling for a lot more before, but
I'm just saying, don't be surprised if we record a podcast next week and I pull a PlayStation out of that closet.
I'm never surprised anymore when you pull something out of the closet.
That's true.
It's like the Chronicles of Narnia. It's just always something coming out of there.
Lion the Witch and Jesse's wardrobe. Speaking of consoles, this Pokemon Nintendo Switch. I'm very disappointed in you two.
for what?
You didn't go pre-order one.
I had no chance.
You did.
When? When I was at
2
work?
days ago when I said, on the way home from work. 2 days ago when I said they're doing pre-orders at GameStop tonight.
You never came back to us.
Ashton called me and asked me about it. You never answered, so I didn't think you cared.
I was in the shower.
I'm sure you were. Whoa, was that work?
And you never texted me back,
In
so
the shower.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think
First
it was.
of all,
that-
you wouldn't have anyway. Here's what happened. I have a follow-up on this pre-order debacle.
Okay.
Okay? Dan went the day after.
Dan?
Dan went the day after. He asked about the pre-orders. The manager said we were never supposed to take pre-orders, but your friend is guaranteed a Pokemon Switch. So I'm getting one.
How does that make sense?
I don't
Based
know.
off of some manager's word.
Exactly. I told Dan I don't have a lot of faith in GameStop's guarantee, quote unquote. But she said it happened with the Splatoon Switch also. They were never supposed to do pre-orders. They did pre-orders, but the people who did pre-order got Switches. I think when they get their allotment in the store, they have to save them for the people who pre-ordered, and then the rest will be like available.
Well, I hope you get there right when it opens, because.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try.
But they also said they'll be available online on release day, so I might.
Yeah, but you know they
I know it's going to sell out, but
yeah, you need to be on top of it.
yeah, I need to be on top of it.
I'm just hoping you're gonna take it seriously.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Comes out November 4th, right?
I think so. Do you know?
All I know is it's in November.
I think it's November 4th. It's just the console, though, no game. So.
Well,
No game.
Yeah, that's how Nintendo rolls. When I called Jesse, he said that GameStop told him the price was showing up as $999 in the system. And they were like, oh, you only need to put $5 down.
Yeah.
It'll probably fix itself. I mean, like the whole enterprise just sounded shady.
It is.
Usually you have to put like $50 down for a console.
I don't know. What my thought process was, worst case scenario, they kick back my $5. But best case scenario, I get a freaking Switch. I don't get why.
I told him
I'm
that
crazy for this.
I told him that I would go and do exactly what he did. And then on release day, he would get one and I would not.
Well, now we're not going to know because you didn't go by.
No.
All right. All I'm saying is I'm the only one at this table right
Dan
now.
didn't do it?
They wouldn't let him. They didn't do
Oh.
pre-orders anymore. Yeah. And then he started the whole Jesse Luck BS. and it
I like
pissed
how
me off.
Dan tried to get that Switch.
Yeah. I know. Doesn't play Pokemon. Doesn't play his Switch
Doesn't
anymore.
he have an OLED Switch?
He has an OLED Switch. I don't like how every episode we end up ripping on Dan.
He's not
here.
listening.
I know he's not listening.
He's
but
not
still,
listening.
It's still.
Listen,
I'm excited. That's all I'm saying. I have partial faith that I'm getting a Switch.
I think if you're on top of it, you'll be able to find it in stores for like a couple hours the day it comes out. Like if you're on top of it.
I don't think so.
The Splatoon.
It's a Pokemon.
I know. But the limited edition Splatoon Switch was in stock, in-store only pickup for a day. But then it sold out, obviously.
Yeah.
But it sold out online right away. But
the thing is, you're not going to be off that day. It's going to be on a Tuesday or a Thursday or something stupid.
There's probably zero chance.
You're not going to be able to get one. Unless you have Jake go for it.
Well, unless I buy it and pick it up in-store.
You just said it's in-store only.
No, I'm saying it sold out online pretty quick, but you could go buy it in-store. But I'm saying, what if it stays in-store or online? I add it to
order
cart.
online, pick up in-store.
Pick up in-store.
I hope so. I don't want to be the only one here.
I mean, you're not going to open it anyway, but...
I don't know. Don't look at him. I hate getting double teamed in this podcast.
He went from not wanting to play the game to maybe opening the Switch.
It's gonna be a cool Switch.
No, it is. I like the way
it's
it looks.
OLED. I've had my Switch since launch day.
Can we just point out that if you get the PS5 and you'll have all 3 next-gen consoles?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah. It happens once every couple of years in my life, I've noticed. I have all 3 at one point.
And then you'll get tired of them and sell them.
Yeah, I always go through phases with them.
You sold your PS4 before you got that one because you were done with Overwatch, and then you picked up Overwatch again.
Did I do that? Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Ash is laughing.
You literally bought it only to play Overwatch again.
Both times.
Yeah.
The other thing is there's 2 games that are coming out that are going to be PS5 exclusives. I know they're not anytime soon, but I do want to play those games. So I was going to get it eventually.
Okay, so let's name those games.
Wolverine.
Uh-huh.
Spider-Man.
God of War.
I don't know.
Ooh, don't know.
I don't know. I started God of War 4 and probably played maybe 6 to 7 hours of it. But didn't really get hooked.
Got you.
But they're gorgeous and they're cool games. Are you wanting it?
I want God of War. Yeah.
Really?
Mm.
That's going to be the first one you ever play, right?
No, I've never owned God of War. I have played it though.
Okay.
Zach is all hyped about it. And the more he's telling me about the storyline of the game, it's like, this is probably something I'm really going to enjoy.
Yeah.
So, the Spider-Man game I will probably play. Have they actually shown gameplay footage of Wolverine, or is it just this?
It was a
thematic?
teaser trailer,
Yeah.
1 minute, but it's like old school Wolverine. I mean, it looks cool. It's going to be just like Spider-Man.
Unfortunately, it could be 2 years before
Oh, yeah.
we even see anything.
Yeah.
I will tell you something I'm excited about for Switch is the follow-up Zelda game coming out.
Did you watch it, the trailer?
Yeah, I did.
I haven't watched it
Jesse's the only one who hasn't watched it.
Okay.
yet. I don't want to because it's so far away.
It's not as far as...
It's like 6 months.
It's not as far as you think.
That's far.
It's not as far as you think.
I have a... Yeah.
And you loved...
I did.
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
You loved...
190 hours, I know. But listen.
100% completed it.
Yeah.
Got all the acorns.
Karoke seeds. Get it right. I know. I just haven't watched it yet. I will watch it.
Honestly, that's another reason why I want to... If I get that Switch, I probably will keep it because I know you have to probably play both, but I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
I don't know.
But this one looks really good.
Does it look like the old one?
It looks like the same. It just
Is it
looks
the same map too?
I
Do you
don't
know?
think so. They really can't push the Switch much further in terms of graphics. It's probably going to be because that was one of the complaints with Arceus was that this is just Pokemon's version of Breath of the Wild,
Right,
which
right.
I thought was a stupid. It's like the marquee title of Switch. It's like this looks too much like the best game on Switch.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I don't think there's much further that they can push.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm expecting possibly next year Nintendo will at least tease the next gen console because Switch turned 5 years old this year.
Really?
Yeah. It came out in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, it hasn't been out for a while.
So
because you were playing it at UPS when you were a loader.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been
That's
a while.
5 years. You're right.
and the OLED didn't get updated internals at all. It's still running the same
Really?
processing
Just a new
power.
screen?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
there's speculation that it was supposed to be a Pro, but because of COVID, there was the chip shortage, and Nintendo needed to push something updated. So it was like, well, we'll do the updated screen.
I think it'd be a Switch Pro or something then. Or
Right.
It'll.
That was originally what the name was supposed to be.
So what I'm saying is, do you think the next one will be like Switch Pro, or you think
Or a
it'll still
whole
be
new
a
console?
Switch?
I don't know. I mean, we're going on. When did it come out? Seems like they released that not around the typical November release date. It was sometime earlier than that.
I think so.
Like spring
I
of
almost think-
2017 was when
I was
it
gonna
came
say
out.
I always think May.
So it's coming up on 6 years.
Yeah,
That's a long life cycle.
yeah. Can always look it up. Yeah, I remember, dude. I remember the night we got it. Me, Pat, Louie, and Dan all got it. But had 2 games that came out launch day.
But 2 really, really good games.
Well, one really, really good game.
What
It
was the
was-
second one?
1-2 Switch.
Oh,
It was Zelda and 1-2 Switch.
It wasn't the Mario game?
I don't think
Mario
so.
Odyssey?
I don't think that was release day. No, it came
Oh.
out. It came out later that year, I believe.
Gotcha.
1-2 Switch was on release.
Yeah, it was. Dan got both of them.
What
Yeah,
bad
man.
games for Dan to start out on the Switch.
I don't know. I know.
Again, I'm not trying to bash Dan.
It keeps coming back though. It keeps happening. March 2017.
So,
Yeah. So it's almost 6 years old.
but Nintendo is trying to focus all their power on the Switch because they stopped selling the DS.
Did they
3DS.
really?
Yeah, they stopped. They just continued that in about 2 years ago.
At least.
Yeah, they're only focusing on the Switch. That's it. So it would be weird if they didn't make a Pro version.
Which I like because, and the, I don't remember the term that they call it, but they're re-releasing games through the Nintendo membership where you can play NES, SNES. They've added 64. If they just continue doing that, releasing the library from their previous handhelds, that will be awesome. But
And the way you two talk about the Switch makes me want to play it, but I don't play games.
yeah, I know.
So
And
why are you
you
buying a
guys-
Switch?
Like, I want to play Arceus.
Buy it. Play it.
Ashton's telling me he's got like 100 hours in it. And
It might be my second most favorite Pokemon game,
your first being
the originals.
Really?
anyone in particular?
Yellow version was my first game, so probably that one.
I don't know if this is weird, but do you know my favorite?
I'm gonna guess X and Y.
Pokemon X.
It's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Hmm.
I had the limited edition Pokemon X DS, the
Yeah.
all blue one with the 2 legendaries on the front.
Wow.
Mm.
Who are
And
the
I-
legendaries in that one? Deoxys?
Yveltal and Xerneas.
Yep.
I had also the black and white DS Lite limited edition Pokemon Black and White DS.
Wow.
I had
So
3.
you need the Switch, is what you're saying.
I had 3 Pokemon DSs, and I wish I kept all 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I would too. I wish I kept my Legend of Zelda Switch.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the shield one. I don't know. It was blue and the shield. Oh my god.
that one's actually like $300, $400
Yeah.
bucks now.
Well, to be fair, I sold it at like $220. It was like as it was going up, but yeah, I just never played it.
Yeah, I know. I got
It was
that.
stupid. I had it in box and everything. I just didn't. I played it twice maybe. I
I've just
bought Pokemon
learned
on it.
That if you have a limited edition console, especially for Nintendo, just
Yeah.
keep it.
Keep it forever.
It's guaranteed money.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Especially Pokemon related or Zelda related. And I bet you they're going to make a Zelda Switch for the new
100%.
one.
There's no doubt.
We're buying
100.
2 Switches?
Yeah,
Are you buying 2 Switches?
I would.
I don't know.
If I miss out on this Pokemon, I would try to get the Zelda one too.
So listen, the Nintendo, there was a Nintendo Direct this week. So Splatoon 3 released, I believe, this past week. But the Nintendo Direct was the new Zelda game. They are re-releasing a Kirby game from the Wii U era. It's Not Forgotten. That's the new one that just came out. But I want to play that. They're remastering it for Switch. And then they just added 8 new tracks to Mario Kart.
Wow. All for free too, right? I think you
Believe
said.
so.
They're really going in on Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Do you
It's
think
just-
they're going to make another one?
It's a perpetual. I don't know if they will on Switch.
I hope not. I hope they keep making that game perfect,
They're really only doing one Mario Kart per console.
which is the way to do it.
But didn't they make Mario Kart 8 for the
Correct. Wii U.
Wii U?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
And
just
then
remade it.
It's called 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
Or 8 Ultra or something like that.
Wasn't that one of the first games that came out for the Switch too?
Yes.
it wasn't opening day, but it was one of the first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I remember you,
Within
Dan,
the first year. Yeah.
Lou, everybody bought Mario Kart.
Yep.
Because it was like one of the
Yep.
only games available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have the opening day games, and there was only 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 8, and 6 of them are like Just Dance 17 is one of them. Like they're just nothing. The top 2 were 1, 2 Switch and Zelda.
Have you or Jake played Bayonetta?
Jake.
Okay.
He had it for the Wii U and for the Switch.
There's a new Bayonetta game. That was the other release
Oh, yeah? He'll love
for
that.
the Nintendo Direct.
And he actually still plays it on the Wii U.
It visually, I can't believe that the Switch is able to pull off what they were showing in the game. It really looked
Yeah.
cool.
He still has his Zelda Wind Waker Wii U edition. Yeah.
Yeah, he sold it and then bought it back.
He sold
Good
it
for
to
him.
his friend. His friend didn't play it anymore, so he bought it back from his friend.
Good
the
for
same
him.
one. I
He
was
said he
like,
went over to his house one day and there was piled dust sitting on top of it. He goes, "Let me buy that bag from you." Yeah.
it's a good console. It was just poorly executed, I guess.
Yeah. I never knew it was a thing until years into its life cycle. I never knew about it.
There's a lot of Wii U games that are very expensive,
Yeah.
like hundreds of dollars.
It was one of those dark times for Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It bombed.
It really
It
did.
bombed.
Yeah.
Jake loves it though. He loves the Wii U.
Yeah. Scott DeWaz, I love his YouTube channel. That's his favorite console is Wii U.
Jake watches him too.
Did any of you guys ever have the Zelda 3DS XL?
Jake did.
Jake did.
That's the
yeah.
one I had. One of them. It was a 3DS XL.
Yeah. I wish I had bought that one.
He
The
has
blue one? Is the one you're talking
No,
about, or
it's a
different one?
golden.
Oh,
golden
yeah,
shell.
yeah. He did. Jake did.
Jake
have
still has his black and gold DS Lite or DSi Zelda Hyrule Edition, whatever.
that. Yeah. He's
And-
got quite the collection.
Jasmine, she still has her Yoshi 3DS and her Pokemon 3DS. And she has all of her Pokemon 3DS or DS games
Yeah.
worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars complete. And she has all of them. Black and White 2, like all of them. And they're hoarders with games. I mean, I guess you could call them collectors, but
They're collectors.
they collect everything.
Definitely.
A lot.
I wish I had also bought the SNES 3DS that they made. It was a matte.
I tried to get that
matte
one.
finish.
It sold out
Yes.
right away. Remember that one? Yeah. It had the buttons on the top that you can
Yep.
see.
The
Yep.
Galaxy one.
Oh
You
my!
really like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually just watching a video on that one a few weeks ago. It is selling for 800 plus right now, and it came out like 4 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
It's because they discontinued the DS.
I
Like,
doubt they
all
made
together.
I doubt they made very many units of that either. It was the end of the life cycle, and
So do you think the next console will be another version of the 3DS? Or you
They
think
said they're
done with
focusing
that?
on the Switch.
Dang.
Switch is so great because it really is both a handheld and a game console.
That's true.
That's why they stopped the DS. They said they're just focusing on Switch.
Man.
Which
What-
I wish I got a DS because now you can't get like a DS
Can't
for
get
cheap
any of 'em,
at
right?
all.
No,
That
no.
sucks.
I think that it's a good strategy though for them to only focus on the one because they just make polished games, and with Nintendo, Xbox and Sony, you expect the games to not be finished now
Mhm.
when they release.
Mm-hmm.
Overwatch is not going to have the PvE until spring of 2023.
If that.
So they are releasing a incomplete game.
Which I'm glad now that it's free. Because I'd be pissed if it was still $60. And you have to pay for a game that you know is not done.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make any sense.
Are you gonna buy the Battle Pass though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm playing the game
Is it
and
gonna be a skin every time? Like I guess with every other game.
every tier,
It
yeah,
looked like multiple.
multiple skins.
and
multiple
when you
skins.
buy into the pass, you get the new character for free. It's exactly like Brawl Stars.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. So you need to like.
So if
to
when
get
you
the
get the
character.
pass halfway through, you get the character, or however they do it.
It says when you get the battle pass, new character. I'm assuming it's going to be level 1. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be playing that game. That's what's exciting. It gives you a reason to log in every day. Like Brawl Stars.
Yeah.
Remember, we
Yeah.
hit it hard for months.
Yeah.
Because,
Years.
well, for you, years. I was on and off, but once the Battle Pass hit, that gave me a reason to play that game. I'm a sucker for Battle Passes. When Warzone announced their first Battle Pass, I played it for months.
It's like you have a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every tier, you know you're getting something new. Whether it's something stupid like a spray or a charm or a skin, you know at least you're getting something. You're not just playing it to get XP, to get a box that gives you all sprays that are worth 5 coins each. You know? That's why I'm excited about it. As long as they nail it how they're supposed to. And to be honest, I'd be surprised if they wouldn't, because so many games do battle passes so well. If they don't, that's just stupid. You know? For the game company that they are, they should be paying attention to these other game companies. Overwatch has never done a battle pass. This is their first go at it. I mean, Fortnite started it in maybe, 2017 maybe, when they started. They've had 6 years of notes, you know. So if they screw it up, then there's no excuse. But I expect them to come out of the gate trying to win all these people back that have been bashing on them for years about this game.
I'll watch it on Twitch and YouTube, see how I like it, but I won't play it for a while.
That's fine.
And I'll test it out when you guys play it, but I have no faith.
Ashton made a good point about the game. Say what you want about like how they announce their stuff, their stupid updates and stuff, but when the game's polished as is, there's no glitches, everything works, you know. They have, for the most part, pretty cool skins. They keep up with their skins pretty well. The games they put out, at least they're not glitchy and unfinished. You know, the stuff they do put out is done, you know. So that's what I like about them, at least. They have something going for them.
I think they do skins better than any other game.
Mm-hmm. Fortnite's pretty cool.
Brawl Stars is pretty cool for a mobile game.
You're right. I say Fortnite, but what they do is buy IPs. Like they have Marvel come in, they have John Wick, they have Star Wars, but specific designs to them, you're right, Overwatch is head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah, the creativity and the detail. Blizzard does detail better than anyone. Even though Fortnite's got good skins, they're still very simple.
That's true.
But
more of this.
I hope XQC will stream.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to see him play Winston.
I don't know if he will. I think he's had so much more success after Overwatch. Like he was good at Overwatch and he was popular. He would push like 25 or 30,000. But then after Overwatch, he stopped playing it. He was getting like 80, 100K.
Yeah, I was on Twitch yesterday to not watch XQC. But he was on the
I bet it's to watch the chess players.
guilty as charged. But they had the top live channels on the left side, and XQC had 87,000 people.
What was he playing, GTA?
It was just chatting.
Oh, just chatting? Yeah.
It's like 87,000 people are currently listening to this man
think about
attempt
that.
to speak English.
Just think about 87,000 people watching him live.
him sitting in a rickety wooden chair, like just randomly yelling at things.
Yeah.
It's so
I mean,
odd.
I'm not going to bash him, but the man knows how to get views.
Yeah, I don't have anything against him. It's very odd though.
I enjoyed him a lot in Overwatch, though, back in his pro days.
Yeah. You showed me a lot of videos of him getting angry. Or
He
may
was
have been you
he was hilarious.
throwing keyboards and stuff.
And he got banned so many times.
For what? What did you get banned for in that game?
Typing toxic things in chat.
Yeah, that makes sense. Although we've had our fair share of toxic chats. Well, me. You stood idly by.
I just let you.
Yeah, you let me handle it.
I know it's coming when Jesse gets quiet. And I look over and the man's just typing away. Like,
I will say it's very annoying to play Overwatch because when you're in a certain tier, it's impossible for you to get out of that tier.
Yeah.
Literally
you
impossible.
You can only go down.
You never get stuck with any good people whatsoever. You only go downhill.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's very annoying.
It's tough. I mean, unless you just grind 10 hours a day,
Or you find 6 people that you know, or 5
Yeah.
people that you know.
which is why we need you. That's
Aren't
3
they-
out of
aren't-
5 at this table.
Aren't they
right now.
switching it to 5v5?
Indeed.
One tank?
So
Okay.
you can only play 1 tank per team.
Yep.
So 1 tank.
Well, I don't know if they're going to do roll locks. It might be roll locked for competitive, and maybe quick play is whatever.
So then what is it? 2-2-1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. 1 tank and then 2 DPS.
But the
2 healer.
tanks apparently have been
Buffed,
been
reworked is what they say.
Yeah, quote
Reworked.
unquote
Now,
reworked.
What I am going to be excited to see is Reinhardt. You can now stop him mid-charge,
Oh.
and he also has increased mobility while you're charging. It's not so rigid.
That's
So
good.
that will be interesting. And then I want to see what they've done. Oh, okay.
So
okay.
excited.
I have
for
one
Overwatch.
question. Are they turning off Overwatch servers when Overwatch 2 comes out?
Not that I've heard of.
So you can still
Uh,
play Overwatch.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But we won't. What were you about to say? What were you about to say?
So the Reinhardt change, and then I also want to know what they've done with Winston. And then it looks like they're bringing back Mercy's res ability, where it's just
Yeah.
instantaneous.
See,
Well,
I didn't see more than
because-
one person getting revived in
Yeah.
that video.
Even if it's just one, though, because her ult, I've not liked the last rework, where it's the one where she flies up in the air and she can heal everybody at the same time, or
Yeah.
power
Yeah, that's
boost
true.
everyone. If she can bring back the res, that's
And this is coming from a hell of a Mercy player, by the way.
I may or may not have over 500 hours.
On her alone. That's
Yeah.
not gameplay. That's
Yeah.
Mercy hours. 500.
Well,
So what do you think of the new character? You like her?
So there's 3 new
Kikira?
characters.
Kikara?
Kiriko.
Sure.
So Kiri is fog in Japanese, and then Ko means child. So her name means child of the fog.
Child of the Fog. Interesting. What does
And she-
Genji mean?
Genji?
Because she seems to be related in some way.
Genji is the name of an old samurai family, and I'm talking 7th century old in Japan. The
Wow.
Genji clan is a very famous old aristocratic family in Japan. But she's got a fox, which is based off of the fox spirit in Japanese lore called the kitsune. And it looks like she's a healer.
healer.
Really? I didn't get that.
You didn't see her throwing the healing?
Yeah, but I also saw her throwing stars like Genji.
Right. Yeah. I mean, she's gonna have some
Wow.
kind of DPS ability, but
Yeah.
no, it's
Cool.
the thing concerning about her is that she can negate ultimates.
Specifically Junkrats.
So, but it's just another thing of, do we need another invincibility
Right.
buff in Overwatch? Baptiste thing is so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but yes, yeah.
You like her?
Yeah.
All right. That's all you want to hear. He's right. Okay. So you like the new character is what all you're saying. That's all you're
Yes.
trying to get at. All right.
I hope it gives me a reason to come back. That's all I'm saying.
Here
We don't have to say anything else about it. I want to see the gameplay. When you guys have an Overwatch 2 day, just let me know, and I'll come observe.
Okay, time stamping that. All right, so Tim,
38 minutes.
I'll find it. Don't worry. So Tim, you wanted to talk about Nintendo Switches?
So, like you said, the one thing I love about Nintendo is they make great games.
Yep.
Polished.
They're also great though. I want to play Mario Odyssey. I want to play Breath of the Wild. I want to play Splatoon 3.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play Bayonetta. I want to, hit the racetracks in Mario Kart again once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
You don't have it.
Step one would be to buy a
There you
Switch.
go.
I've purchased 2 Switches though.
But you currently don't own one.
Here's the thing: you bought the Switches, but didn't buy those games to play those games. All you did was buy the console.
I bought on my first Switch. I bought Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I bought Yoshi's Woolly World. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
None of these games that you've listed you wanted to play, though.
And I've had access to Mario Kart, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild.
He said I've had access.
And access. To
What
it.
does that mean?
It means
Jake owns it.
I've had multiple copies in my household. Jake
feel
and
like you
Jasmine own all of them at the same time.
I feel like you can just walk into Jake and Jasmine's room and say, "Hey, I need to buy a Switch," and they just pull out like
Yeah.
7 of them.
Yeah.
Jake owned 3 Switches at one time before.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Here's a okay. So if you get this Pokemon Switch, just make that your Switch. Even if you don't open it, it's guaranteed to make money.
No, I'm gonna go for it.
I know, but
100%.
that's what I'm saying. If you get it, play the damn Switch. That's all we're saying.
Here's the real question: do I get the new Pokemon game?
No.
I'm going to be playing it.
Yes. The reason why I said no is because you didn't list that as a game you wanted to play.
But I'm a fan of Pokemon in general.
Yeah, but you're going to jump into Pokemon. There's all new Pokemon in this game. It's a new generation.
So
Honestly, though, I think you would like Arceus more than Scarlet and Violet.
I think so too.
All right, you sold me.
I don't think we did because you're still going to change your mind tomorrow. Don't say sold.
Timestamp this, Ashton.
Okay.
4130.
I will get an OLED Switch. Whether it's the Pokemon edition,
Uh-huh.
the new Zelda edition, or if I can find the Splatoon 3 edition. I don't want a normal edition Switch.
Well, if you do the
I just got
Zelda,
disappointed.
the Zelda edition is not going to be available until April of next year.
Yes.
So that's a long time.
Okay, but
So let's hope you get this. I'm going to give you my PlayStation, my Pokemon. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gift you my pre-order.
so I can
Hopefully
bring
buy 2 that day. I'll give you one of them.
I have been itching though to play games, so I want to play Nintendo games.
Here's what's
We'll see.
Here's what's dangerous about this situation. I want to open that Switch when I get it.
Well, it is dangerous for you because you have a regular Switch, and you want the OLED Switch.
Yes. Yeah.
Ash, do you have a regular Switch?
I do.
Do you want the OLED Switch?
Of course.
Not enough to get like a basic model though, right?
No one wants a
I want
basic
a-
model.
Yeah, I want a collector's.
Okay. So last week we said timestamp. Last week we said none of us are opening it. Now we're all opening it.
Correct.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes. I'm all for it.
All right, that's all I needed to hear. We can move on from this conversation.
Awesome.
But
I am so happy.
I'm
so happy about games this year.
I do want
Yes.
you guys to hold me to actually playing certain games.
Oh, it's recorded.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is recorded, but I need your help.
I don't believe you. No one can convince you of anything. So that's not going to help.
We need to. So we'll definitely make sure he buys OLED Switch, and we'll get Mario Kart,
I have an idea.
and we need to play Mario Kart on your projector.
Mm-hmm.
Like make that.
I don't want to play serious games anymore. I want to play fun games.
I am with you 100%. I also want to play Mario Party with you.
I'm down for
With
that.
both of you.
We have Mario Party 8.
Yeah, but he doesn't want. He means the Switch one.
I know, but I'm saying we also have Mario Party 8 if we
I
wanted
can't get anybody to play that with me.
our next game night.
How about this?
We've been playing Wheel of Fortune, and it is a blast.
It's fun.
When's the last time?
It's
played
been 2
It's
months.
It's
maybe.
been
It's been a long
longer
time.
than 2 months. Zach had not had his most recent baby yet, so that was
No, he
probably
had it like
June or July.
3 days before he came over. He came over when it was freshly born.
You're freshly born. Well, Jensen was still in the hospital though.
Yes.
Question: You guys said Zach is ready for Ragnarok. Does he have a PS5?
He does not have a PS5. No.
Okay. Is he going to get
Unless
a
he's
PS5?
bought one. Listen, the way the man throws around money for Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
I would think he drives a Benz.
If Nerds World carried a PS5, he would trade in some pops to get it. He said he's going again tomorrow to trade in some pops.
He's
and
going tomorrow.
He's going to get a booster box of Lost Origin.
Oh my! How many pops does he have?
I know.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. Damn it! What was I gonna say?
We were talking about Wheel of Fortune and Mario Party.
Yeah. Back to the Switch. If we made it a weekly discussion on the podcast, I bet you'd start playing some games. Talk about what you've been playing.
Ooh, so
I scratched the movie thing for a couple.
We
weeks.
should, scratch the movie thing. Well, we don't have to scratch it, but
Ashton
we
didn't
can.
like that.
We
Let's extend the podcast by a half hour
let's
then.
just
no,
add it.
What do you say?
no. Don't scratch the movie thing, but we'll do a Nintendo game progression
Dude, that'd be awesome.
segment for all of us.
Why don't?
So it have to be the same game.
We
though.
could do that weekly, but maybe do a monthly recap of a game, like a game of the month
Okay.
or something like that.
You think it'll change that much? For me, it won't.
Well, what are we gonna do? Like a game every week
Well, no, the same game, but just update
progression.
you on what you've been doing.
through
Yeah.
the week? I'm fine with that. Yeah.
That sounds great.
So I need to.
We do game. We talk about games every podcast anyway. We might as well make it a.
So Tim's buying an OLED Switch.
Woo! Well, here's the thing. Wait. Let's come back down to earth. What if none of us get this Pokemon Switch? Then Tim's not gonna want to play games.
My itch won't go away. I'll just wait for the next limited edition.
Yeah. So you're never playing a Switch then.
I don't want a
Let's scratch this
normal
whole idea
OLED
right
Switch. None of us want a normal OLED Switch. Ash, do you want a normal OLED Switch?
I mean, if it was a thing of I have to wait 6 months until the next collector's edition, I'm just gonna take the regular OLED.
Because they're everywhere.
Not
right
me.
now.
How much
Well,
are the? How much?
Don't
are
even
this,
write that down then, Tim, because we're not doing a game of the week now.
No, let the man keep writing stuff down. How much are the Splatoon Switches reselling for?
About 400, 450. But
Hard pass.
to be
This-
fair,
this
hold on.
economy.
To be fair, they are still in stock for in-store pickup only in Buckhead right now.
Oh, what are we waiting
So what
for?
are you waiting on?
Because we're trying to get the Pokemon. We're not trying to get Splatoon 3 Switches.
Well, if it sells for more, then get it now. And if you don't get the Pokemon, sell it.
Buckhead is like 40 miles away.
Grow up. Take a trip. It's not that far, dude.
Not if you don't want it.
Bucket.
I don't want the Splatoon 3 Switch.
You just said whether it's the Pokemon or the OLED or the Zelda.
In that order. In that
But
order.
you said you wanted it.
But Pokemon's not available right now.
Give me 2 months, fellas.
God, take that $100 bill out of your hat and put it towards the Switch and just do it.
It's actually $1. $1?
Can you actually pull it out of the hat?
No.
I believe you. I mean,
It is cool though.
it's cool. Damn it.
So-
Well, I'm sad now because I have little to no faith that we're gonna find a Pokemon Switch in store day one.
You don't think so?
No.
We live in too heavily populated an area.
Which
There's
is
going to
why-
be people lined up when
Which
the
is
store
why
opens.
I'm so mad that none of you guys went to go pre-order it. Because if you would have had it, you would have been the loophole.
Okay,
and
we can
all would have gotten Switches.
we can move off this discussion.
I can't wait to put it on the. I'm gonna throw it on the table when it comes in for the.
Throw it on
podcast.
the table.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Throw it.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna.
You're gonna open it?
If we're
Ashton timestamped that.
no. If we all get the Pokemon Switch, I'll open it. If I'm the only one, I'm gonna wait until like an awesome game comes out that I want to play for it.
So you look angry, but
I am.
Ashton seems to be really enjoying his drink. How is that Moscow
Can we
Mule?
talk about these Moscow Mules?
Dude, they're excellent, aren't they not?
Are they? Do you guys really enjoy them?
No, I really do. You don't even taste the vodka.
I had you make me a second one.
All 6 ounces of the vodka.
I really like ginger beer though.
Yeah, I do too.
So this is
hate
you don't like ginger
I
beer?
don't like ginger beer. But it's not straight ginger beer, so I like it. When you're drinking just ginger beer, it tastes horrible.
I mean, the only thing really cutting out the ginger beer is the lime.
The way he drank.
Who drinks a mug like that? All right.
Oh,
We've-
man. All
We've
right.
beat that one to death.
Yeah. So,
Let's talk about football. What do you think? You got something else you want to go to?
no, we can go into
You
football.
do. What do you want to say?
I can save it. I do want to,
Let's talk about it.
for the sake of posterity, record the fact that you are wearing a new football jersey. So
Yes.
I'm not the only one just nonchalantly.
Well, you surprised us. He told us about it.
Yes, but I like to surprise.
I know you do.
I wish Jesse would have surprised us.
Which means next week Tim will be walking in with a new jersey.
I don't think he will.
No, he won't.
So right now, the
Change the subject.
Pokemon Switches are reselling for $485 to $500.
I'm sure they are. And it's probably people that haven't even confirmed pre-orders yet.
People like me who have a sketchy pre-order.
But either way,
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to be available day one unless you wait in line for 3 hours.
if it's fate, it's fate. We'll get one.
He's not getting one.
So back to sports, though.
So, Jess, whose jersey did you purchase?
I bought the home jersey of New England's savior, Mac Jones.
Savior, huh?
Not yet.
He's getting there. He
You
does.
need to
He,
start
he did get. He did get injured week 1.
Even the Lord had to be an apprentice to Joseph as a carpenter for 30 years. That's all I'm saying. He will. He will.
Ash.
Did you like that one? He's going to get there. He is a franchise quarterback, in my opinion. He seems to have drank the Kool-Aid of Bill Belichick. I think he's going to be a good guy. He's going to be a keeper. Am I wrong? Maybe. But I'm looking forward to him. Nice, long, healthy career is what I'm looking forward to.
No, he's a good quarterback.
I mean, you say TB12, I say MJ10. He's going to make a whole new brand for himself. I'm here for it.
Speaking of, though, let's recap week 1.
Yeah, Jess, how did the Patriots do week 1?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'll start off by talking about my team.
All of us don't want to talk about our team, really.
So the old Falcons went into the fourth quarter
I felt really bad for you on that game.
with a healthy lead. I'm thinking, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but it looks like the Dirty Birds are going to rise up. And they lost by a point. There is no other team in the NFL that can give a game away as well and as often as the Atlanta Falcons do.
You know, they always say if games were determined by the first half, the Falcons would be undefeated.
That is very
That's
true.
great.
We are not a fourth quarter team
Uh-huh.
at all. So the Falcons took a hard L in week 1 against the Saints.
Yeah, which, to be honest, they looked very impressive the first 3 quarters.
Really good. Their defense was
I
on
wouldn't
fire.
say very. I would
Okay.
say they
They
look
were handling the
they
Saints.
look pretty darn good.
They
I'm
did.
thinking, you know what? Maybe we're going to be okay without Matt Ryan.
I
But
think Mariota did good.
he did.
He's a shining star, I would say, in Atlanta right now. Something to look forward to.
Well, he would have been more shiny had they won. But
True.
I don't know. I don't see us having a winning season. We've got to play the Rams on Sunday
Ooh.
in L.A. It's not looking good. So
I'm going to go ahead and mark that up as a loss on my...
correct. But
On
hey,
my
before we
sheets.
jump to week 2, let's hear about the Patriots week 1 because I know that's Jesse's team. Is that your team as well, Tim? Okay.
So the Patriots did not do well at all in week 1.
I have some notes.
The man's got notes.
Ugh. I don't know where my notes are. The one savior I felt for the Patriots was I think he's a linebacker or maybe a safety, Duger. I don't know who he is. But he was handling what's the Dolphins wide receiver? Came from the Chiefs, I believe. The small guy, really, really incredible receiver. Starts with a T. Tyreek
You
Hill.
talking about the running back?
He's a running
Tyreek
back.
Hill. Is he a running back?
Yeah.
Number 10? Okay. He seemed to be following him the entire game, although he was still making incredibly good plays. Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Tyreek Hill is.
It's
just,
impossible to stop him.
He's an all-star. Yeah.
But Duggar seemed to be all over him. He would still let him catch it, and get some yards, but he seemed to stop him. Other than that, I mean, Mac Jones did decent though. He was 21 for 30 on pass plays. I mean, he performed pretty well. They just, I kind of knew after the half that it wasn't going to happen. You can just tell the Dolphins had the advantage. They were at home. There was just no chance.
How did Tua play?
Better than Mac Jones from what I remember. He seemed to, I don't know if he performed numbers wise better. He seemed to be in a groove to where he was outplaying Mac Jones. You can tell he was a classic Alabama quarterback, like was just throwing passes without effort.
He always looks like he's throwing really bad throws. I don't know if it's just left-handed throwers, but they don't look like they throw the ball well.
Yeah.
But it always gets to their target.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I compare him to Pat Mahomes, where he throws not skill level. He looks like he's barely throwing the ball, but he puts it 35 yards exactly where it needs to go. You know, he has that kind of look to him. But I mean, again, after the half, I knew it was game over.
Yeah, week 1 was not good for me at all.
So,
I mean, but the game that disappointed me the most was the Bengals losing to the Steelers.
That was tough.
I really thought the
That was a
Bengals were
field
going to
goal.
win. Yeah, a field
Overtime,
goal in
I believe.
overtime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought, the runner-up to the Super Bowl was going to...
Yeah.
I like Joe Burrow a lot. He didn't really play that well in game 1 at all.
Yeah.
I think it was just like week 1 was kind of
I think he was still sad from the Super Bowl. That's what it seemed like. He didn't really perform incredible, but
I'm proud of the Browns beating the Panthers.
Yeah, that was big.
Did you guys watch any of the other 1 o'clock games?
Ravens and Jets I watched a lot because I was with Dan,
Right.
and it was embarrassing.
Right.
And nothing against the Jets, but the Ravens were they seem like a next level team. They really do. They couldn't stop him. Anything he did.
So, the 4 o'clock games.
The 4 o'clock games, I watched the Packers and Vikings
Yes.
the whole time.
Yes.
I didn't watch any other game.
I watched Packers and Vikings and Chiefs and Cardinals. The Packers game, I cannot believe that went the way that it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, remember last season, they played worse than this opening of this year, and they came back and ended up winning like 13 games. And
Packers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Packers start out rough.
Rodgers doesn't have Devontae Adams, though.
I get that, yeah.
He said specifically he was really disappointed in his receivers.
I mean, a couple plays, they should have had touchdowns like that.
Exactly.
Like wide opened. No one in front of him. He just couldn't grab it.
Yep.
Yeah, that should have been an easy win for them, in my opinion. Not that the Vikings are bad, but I think Aaron Rodgers, he could have won that game. It was tight, wasn't it? Didn't it? It wasn't tight, really? I may be remembering that wrong.
It was
At all.
just the whole
No.
time. I was like, oh, Aaron.
Poor guy.
Why? Why? All right, 8:20, Bucks and Cowboys, another game that I was disappointed in.
Knew that the Bucks were going to kill it. I knew it.
I picked the Cowboys because I thought...
Yeah, I don't know why you picked
I
the
thought
Cowboys.
TB12 was going to be rusty.
Well, I picked the Cowboys as well because it was at home, but even Tom Brady's performance, I didn't think was great.
Did you see that bomb he threw, though?
He threw several bombs, but
Yeah.
it was just the first 3 quarters of the game was just field goal kick, field goal kick, field goal kick.
Didn't they
could
kick
never-
3 or 4 field goals?
Yeah,
in that game.
They would get to the red zone every time, and then he couldn't convert. I think that Dak broke his thumb.
Yes.
He played the
6
whole
weeks
game,
he's-
though.
6 weeks he's out.
Yes.
He's out 6 weeks?
He
Yeah,
got
he's gotta have
once he
surgery.
got hurt, he left.
Yeah, he's got to have surgery.
It said 6 to 8 weeks, and I think the surgery already happened, and they said it was probably 6.
So the Cowboys season is
It's done.
not looking good.
Who's their backup? Do you know?
I don't.
I don't know.
The Bucks, now that Brady has got, I will say this, Julio was looking like Julio from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was looking really good.
He caught one fingertips catch, and it was a bomb that Tom threw, and Julio catches it, rolls on the ground. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I was thinking, well, Julio, where were you 2 years ago when we needed you to play like this?
Yeah.
And you were out with turf toe.
Chirped. It sounds like a disease you get like on the seas.
The man has had turf toe so many times. And
he averaged 25 yards per catch
that's correct.
in that game.
Yeah. He really is a great player, but he rode the bench so much at Tennessee with injuries that they were just like, get out of here.
I almost think great players like that. Me and Dan had this discussion. When they're at a team that they know they're not going to win a Super Bowl, you can almost tell that they don't give a damn. They just barely play, you know? It happened so Joe Flacco is the quarterback for the Jets right now. If you watch that game, Joe Flacco could not care if the receiver caught the ball or not. I mean, no effort given. It was embarrassing. And he did awful. I think it was because he went to the Jets being like, I won a Super Bowl already. I'm late in my career. I'm going to coast. Cash a check, sit on the bench. Zach Wilson got hurt. And he was like, oh, damn, I have to play these first 4 or 6 games, whatever it is. You could tell he just didn't care. I think players that's a thing. I think they're like, we're not even going to make the playoffs. So I don't care until they go to a great team. And then they're back to their all-star team. You know?
Yeah. I also don't think that Tom Brady is going to put up with any nonsense.
It's his last season.
100%. It's his last season.
I think he came out and said, especially with all that issues going on with at home, I think it's his last season.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He's not going to put up with it. So you're right. I'm going to really keep an eye on Tom Brady and the Bucs this year. I'm pretty intrigued on what's going to happen. If he wins his 8th Super Bowl,
They have too many people in their division they're going to lose to.
I don't know. Who else is in the division?
The
Here
Rams.
comes clueless Jesse. I don't know.
The Rams are in their division.
They had some good plays on Sunday, but they didn't look dynamite at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it took them 3 quarters to score a touchdown.
And that's the thing. Even kind of look through Tom Brady's career, there's never been a high-scoring blow teams out kind of. He's never been that kind of player. They've always won by a touchdown or He's always been that kind of guy. He's never been like Pat Mahomes where they can blow a team out by 30. So I think he's the kind of guy that'll win as a win. That's what I see.
I mean,
him as.
they'll probably win their division, but to get past the NFC, they have to play like against Green Bay and the Rams and people like.
Again, I can see him beating Green Bay anytime.
What about the Rams?
I don't know, man. At that point, it depends on their defense.
Well, the Rams have
Yeah.
a really good defense.
Yeah, but then again, they have Tom Brady.
I get that, but he couldn't get past them last year.
Yeah. I guess you're right. I think I'm the type of person that you can never count out a team that Tom Brady's on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can we talk about the Seahawks game?
I hate it. How do you feel about him getting booed? If you were a Seahawks fan, would you boo him?
The fact that he was there for 10 years, I think, is deserving of some respect, but I would expect some people to boo him.
He gave them 2 Super Bowls, though.
Mm-hmm.
One?
Yeah, he only won once. It was in his second or third year. Yeah, that was it. Am I wrong about that?
Don't ask me.
He only won one.
I'll look into it.
He only
you guys
has
keep
one
talking.
ring.
But
He may have taken him to a second, but he only has one ring.
Jerry Seinfeld had a great comedy skit about athletes that changed jerseys, like changed teams.
Yeah.
2014, one Super Bowl. You're right.
There you go.
And it was along the lines of it's the same person, but they just have a different jersey on. And it's like, boo, different jersey, boo. But
Still the same dude.
right.
That's what I don't like about it. He's such a good person.
Yeah.
He did his time there. Dan said it again. Dan, I'm not ripping on Dan, but this is because we were talking about it, and he made this point. It was like a cash grab. He left to make more money. I saw it as he left like he did all he could do there. He's going to another team. He wants to win another Super Bowl. That's what I think. So I wouldn't boo him. 10 years is a long time.
You said 2014?
I think he brought them to 3 Super Bowls though, two or three.
I don't think it was 3. That's a lot.
Didn't they play against the Broncos and the Patriots?
He may have taken them to 2. Look it up. I'll look it up. I don't think so. I think they had
It's
that
definitely
one
2.
great run when he was in his rookie contract. He was making $500,000 a year and won a Super Bowl.
Absurd.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he took him to more than that.
Listen, I know we're talking about NFL, but I'm more excited about college football than anything.
We're getting there. We got to do our predictions.
We got nowhere to be, Tim.
Tell me, because I'm blanking, the name of the Seahawks coach again that likes to chew gum.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is one of only 3 coaches to have won both a college football championship and an NFL Super Bowl.
Where did he coach in college?
USC.
Right. He did.
You're right.
3.
They went back to back, and they lost to New England the second year. You're right. That was it.
Who did they play the first time?
Denver.
Broncos?
They
Didn't they destroy them?
dominated,
Like
43-8.
Yeah, that was a bad Super Bowl.
Then the Super Bowl that Patriots won was the interception.
Interception, right.
On the goal line.
On the goal line that we won.
Remember that one?
Last minute.
I have a video of that
Yeah,
one.
his face.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
No. The safety, the defensive player.
Sherman?
Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. He
Sherman
was like,
Williams. That was paint. That's a paint company.
Remember his face? He was like on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that interception.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You're right.
Remember when the Falcons were up 28-3 at the fourth quarter?
Listen, we didn't
I show
tell
you
you
the-
that. You reminded us about that. All right, Ash.
Oh, man.
Listen, we were there and we witnessed history.
I took a video of the final seconds.
We were with my dad, and he's a huge Falcons fan.
Here,
Huge.
this is what I love about it. I won't even show you because it doesn't make any sense. At the half, Patriots are down. He goes, "Yeah, this is fine, but I wish it was a tighter game."
That's what your dad said?
That's what he said. I said, "You're gonna regret that." Was it Bruno Mars that played at the half?
I don't know if it was that one or not.
It might have been.
It was one of those.
And he said it was 28-3. Is that what he said it was?
28-3
At the half.
at the end of the third quarter.
Third quarter. He said, "Man, I wish it was a better game."
Sarcastically.
The
he
house
said
got
that.
silent. When the final buzzer sound, I popped the Falcons balloon at the house.
We
Game
had
was
a
over.
we had a Patriots balloon on one side, the Falcons on one side, and loser.
I was wearing my Edelman jersey. I mean,
Listen, every time they scored a touchdown, my dad would get angry and angry. You could tell, and that he wasn't the only Falcons fan there. There was a lot of Falcons
Yeah.
fans. He had his friends over, and me and Jesse were the only two jumping up and down when the Patriots won.
he was so. Look, here's the photo. It's me. Uncle Louie was even rooting for the Packers, man.
It was I cannot believe they won that game.
You mean the Patriots?
What did I say?
Packers?
No, he's a Packers fan. He was a Packers fan. He was rooting for the Falcons. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I cannot believe the Patriots won that game.
Yes. So,
I don't even want it. It's not even.
Russell Wilson was
Yeah, you're right.
It
You're
was
right. So
it was a bummer. Okay,
let's get
so
to next week.
Week
so we have
two.
a game coming on in an hour.
In an hour.
A game starts.
Chargers, Chiefs.
I think it's no brainer.
Chargers. I pick Chargers.
Pat Mahomes looked so great last week. What?
Why are you picking the Chargers?
I said Chiefs. Nope.
You said Chargers.
You said.
You know when.
Listen, I love the Chargers in this game.
I'm sure
Wait,
you do.
you
but
said Chargers?
I said Chargers. You said it drunkenly.
You
but I
said
said
it. You said it first. You said
I
Chargers.
said it with.
You're crazy.
Well, Tim, you just keep on liking the Chargers. The Chiefs are going to win.
I like
tonight.
the
You are
Chargers.
sick
I like
in
the
that.
Chargers in that game.
It's Chiefs. I'm gonna say 31-14.
That's a blowout.
Yeah,
It's not going to
that's
be a
what
blowout.
I expect. Okay, I think you're nuts.
Okay, Sunday, 1:00. Patriots, Steelers.
Steelers.
I
Mac
hate
Jones. Mac Jones probably won't play this
yeah,
game.
he's hurt, man.
Jets and the Browns.
Browns. Not even a competition.
Washington and the Lions.
Washington.
I
Yeah.
think they looked. I was surprised at that win, and I'm happy they won last week. That looked really good.
They need to fire whoever came up with that name. Bucks and Saints.
Bucks.
Yeah, I think the Bucks will
Bucks.
win that one.
I think I'm going 100% next week on picks.
Close. Panthers and Giants, I think, will actually be close.
Giants.
Hold on. Let's think about this. The Giants barely won
I'm picking the Giants.
last week.
And the Panthers lost.
The Panthers have, but they have actually a decent quarterback. The Giants do not.
I'm picking Giants.
I'm picking Panthers.
They're playing in New York, though.
Yeah, that doesn't mean a damn
Mom,
thing.
this is for you.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Mom,
Yeah.
this is for you.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Giants.
Shout out to your mom. She listens to the show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I don't think they're going to win.
I like
yeah.
Miss Joanne, so I'm going to
She
pick the
messaged
Giants.
me and said no one picked the Giants,
She-
and I won.
Hey, you know what? Screw that. I'm picking the Giants. I'm changing my answer.
Yeah, you are.
Strictly for her. Are we all picking the Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There
picked the
we
Giants.
go. That's for
Uh,
you, Aunt Joanne.
Colts and Jaguars.
This is where I stumble.
Colts.
I'm going to go with Colts because Matt Ryan's there.
All right.
Matty Ice.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Jaguars.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is just kind of.
Yeah. I think they're all show. The one that comes down to it, they suck. Ravens
all right.
are dominating the Dolphins. Let's move on.
I'm picking the Dolphins.
Oh, shut up.
Whatever.
I'm
Ravens.
picking the Dolphins.
Ravens all day.
I'm picking the Dolphins.
Shut up.
All right, 425. Falcons at Rams.
Rams.
Let's move on. Seahawks, 49ers. What do you think?
49ers.
Wait. Let's talk about this for a minute.
Yeah.
Why 49ers?
I think the 49ers will win.
Who's their quarterback?
Who?
49ers.
I don't know.
Hold on. He just signed an extension with them. It's
He's a new guy.
no, it's not.
All right. Either way, I don't think it's going to be the Seahawks. You want me to look it up?
No,
You
I'm
got
looking it up right now. I got
Alright.
it.
I've got the guy's name.
Tim,
on
you
the
need
tip
a
of my
laptop.
tongue.
Let's just say it.
I need a laptop too.
You have one.
T. Lance.
No,
No.
Trey Lance. He's the QB.
no, it's not.
It's on the page.
What?
Let's drink the rest of this Moscow Mule real quick.
Jess, you enjoying that Moscow?
Garoppolo, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, I hate Garoppolo. I'm picking Seahawks.
I thought he was injured.
No, he's playing.
I hate Garoppolo. Seahawks are winning.
He literally just signed a.
He's such an overrated quarterback.
It was supposed to be that he was leaving and then he came back.
Okay. Bengals, Cowboys.
Bengals.
No question.
Yeah, poor
Bengals.
Dallas. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
another
sad.
home game.
Cardinals, Raiders.
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ow.
I like Derek Carr, but I don't think he can beat the Cardinals.
You know what? That's going to be my sleeper. I'm picking Raiders.
Okay.
At the Raiders, too. It's home.
Las Vegas. It's definitely a football
What?
city.
What does that have to do with anything? It's a brand new stadium. Okay. We'll go with that. Move on.
Bears and Packers.
Packers.
That's like a
I hope so.
that's like a Thanksgiving game, it sounds like.
I'm going with Packers. It is two.
Can you? I can't wait for Thanksgiving. Let's move on.
Are you going to be here?
We'll talk off mic.
You better be.
Titans Bills.
Wait, do my eyes deceive me?
There's 2 games
Two
Monday night.
Monday
Two
night
games
games
on Monday night.
That's right.
Bills 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the Titans beat the Bills.
You saw the Bills week 1,
I
right?
know. There's no beating.
But the
them.
Vikings
I
and
will-
the Eagles, that's hard.
I'll say this. I will pick the Bills until they lose. Yeah, Vikings Eagles is tough.
Vikings.
Here's what I'm leaning towards. Vikings.
I picked the Vikings.
The Eagles won last week though.
Yeah, they both won last week.
Away.
Hey,
Yeah.
Siri, flip a coin.
Wait, who's heads? Heads Vikings. What'd they say?
I gotta go Vikings.
I'll go Vikings. Where are you going?
I already picked Vikings
All right,
before
fine.
we started this.
Okay. Let's run through this to see if we match up. Steelers. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Browns.
Yes.
Yes.
Commanders.
Yes.
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 Buccaneers.
Yes.
Yes.
Giants.
Yes.
Yes.
Colts.
Yes.
Yes.
Ravens.
No.
Yes.
Rams.
Yes.
Seahawks.
No.
No.
Interesting. Bengals.
Yes.
Yes.
Raiders.
No.
Interesting.
Jesse's like, I want to.
Yes.
Packers.
Yes.
Bills.
Yes.
Yes.
Vikings.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's 2. I'm interested.
Yeah.
Because you know for a fact we're not experts.
No.
We're not going to win every single one of these. So I'm glad we disagree on some.
Yeah.
Can I tell you how good a Les Paul looks right next to an amp like that?
Yeah, it does.
Too bad it doesn't work. All right, let's move on.
Can we talk about
It's your choice.
college a little bit
Yeah, we can.
before we get
Why would you do that?
move off of
Because
sports?
we're done with sports.
No, we're not done with sports.
Yeah, we're done with NFL.
I just
Wait, college is coming up?
college football.
You're about to talk college?
Yeah. I want to talk about a Texans Alabama game.
I'm telling you.
I was very upset.
Upset. Yes.
That should have been a safety.
Yes.
No, yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
Jesse was there.
No, I was there. I am very mad at that.
That should have been a safety,
I even-
100%.
I even posted a Texans photo on Facebook.
And that's when they started losing.
Interesting. You're right. You're right. They should have lost. I'm glad, though, that they went down in rankings. Even if it was 1.
Georgia jumped them, baby.
That's right.
They never should have been number 1.
You're totally right. But again, justice is served, is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
Yep. The fact that so they played in Texas and Texas scored that touchdown, which I believe brought them up by 2 points, and the crowd was just acting like they had it sealed in the bag, and there was almost 2 minutes left. I was like, you people are crazy if you think Nick Saban can't come back and win this game in less than 2 minutes. And they did.
What I've figured out, well, I've always known, but the refs favor Alabama no matter what game they play.
I feel like the entire college football, the rankings and the announcers, everyone just loves Alabama.
Yes. It's very frustrating. There's 2 different calls that would have made Texas up by over a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being up over a touchdown, they're only up by 2.
Right.
Going into the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, giving Alabama the opportunity to score and win the game.
Right.
And they did. And it got me so mad.
Now, there was a play where a Texas linebacker missed a tackle on Alabama's quarterback. If he had not had such sloppy form
Yes.
and had tackled him, that really could have sealed the game.
But it's like, I don't want to bring up the Falcons, but just like the Falcons, the Texas players played amazing all throughout the whole game, except the last 2 minutes of the game.
Their pass coverage fell apart,
Yes.
and they could not tackle the quarterback.
Very upsetting game, but
Yeah.
Alabama did fall. Georgia jumped to number 1.
To number 1, where they need to be.
Texas did jump into the rankings from unranked to number 21,
Mm-hmm.
which was great.
Did UNC jump up? I saw an article that something about that. I don't know if they moved up.
I
but
didn't see them jump into the top.
They were talking about the quarterback because the quarterback's killing it right now.
He
right?
is.
Doesn't he
Yeah.
have the most passing touchdowns right
Yeah.
now in the NCAA?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Not NCAA. College football.
Yeah, NCAA.
He's got the most touchdown passes right now.
Wow.
UNC, man. What a time.
Are you buying NC or UNC dunks?
No.
No.
I would love to.
$500.
I'm just going to take Dan's one day.
One Dan. Yeah, there's a Dan I know.
Let's see how many times we can bring up Dan in a podcast.
So there's realistically, Georgia should stay ranked number 1 the whole year. They don't play anybody except Florida in like week 12. Yeah. And Florida's ranked, but they're not great. They're not like Florida.
But that's
they're not
always
like
one of
Georgia.
those games that's...
Yeah. But
it's kind of like UNC Duke when they play in basketball. You never know.
But if Georgia stays undefeated, they will play Alabama in the SEC championship game. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Florida, Alabama. Is that what you said? Georgia, Alabama.
Georgia, Alabama.
Yeah. I think so. You think they'll do like another like last year where they played last year in the SEC and then again in the final?
And then they win? Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Imagine if they won both this year.
Yeah.
Georgia looks like a better team. I'm going to be honest.
No, they are.
They look so good
Yep.
back-to-back weeks.
Yep. Now they played a no-name team this past week, but they play
And next week, too.
They play South Carolina. That's not a no-name.
No
That's
name
an
team.
SEC
It
team.
is SEC team,
That's true.
but they're not great.
Yeah, they stink.
They stink.
Georgia should have no problem, but
I want to see their schedule.
They'll put up like probably 30 or 40 points against South Carolina.
they've got to play Kentucky and Kentucky.
Kentucky's ranked number 9.
Yeah, that'll be a lot tougher of a game than I think South Carolina will be.
So Georgia only plays 2 ranked teams.
Yeah. You want
Kentucky?
me to run through this? Because it's embarrassing.
No, they play nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Tennessee is the other one. Okay, let's just run through this real quick. Georgia, South Carolina, Kent State, Missouri, Auburn, Vanderbilt, Florida's the first ranked team at 18. Tennessee's
ranked, right?
15 right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, Kentucky, which is ranked 9,
Yeah.
but I still see them winning that. And then Georgia Tech. That's it.
I always forget how low of amount college football plays games per year.
Yeah.
That's games through November 26th. I'm assuming the playoffs start after that.
Yeah, Missouri, Kentucky, and Florida are the games that will be games.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though
Not
Missouri's not ranked, they put up a fight every year.
They're
Not
an
even
SEC
Tennessee,
team.
you think?
Tennessee will.
Tennessee's just not had a good football team the last few years.
Yeah.
They are ranked though this year.
Yeah.
At least right now they are. Yeah. 15.
You can't count any of the SEC teams out.
But Georgia realistically should kill all of them.
They should.
They should, yeah. Kentucky might be a
Man.
fight.
I'm not gonna lie. I can see them having an undefeated season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna get a jersey, huh? Interesting.
I'll probably get a hat.
Playing it safe.
He gets a hat. Yeah.
Playing it safe.
But yeah, I love college football. I'm excited for
What
it.
about Marshall Notre Dame?
Hey, let me tell you, gentlemen.
His eyes just lit up.
The Thundering Herd.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, dude.
I was
Get
happy
into it.
I was happy to see Marshall win. That's a West Virginia team
Yeah.
They paid them $1.5 million
to play them, and they beat them. Notre Dame paid
Wait,
them $1.5 million.
How does that work? Is that college teams pay other teams to play them?
The teams that are weaker.
Okay. That's the only reason how they can get them to play. Really?
So
Okay. And it was a close one, but you're right. Now Notre Dame is 0-2 to
correct.
start the year.
They lost to Ohio State week 1,
Right.
and then Marshall beat them this past weekend.
Wow. Okay. So that's insane. The quarterback looks like he did horrible. 18 for 32 on passes.
Mm-hmm.
50%. 200 yards. No touchdowns. 2 interceptions.
Right.
That sucks. This is what I was saying. I said it last week. It's like they're ranked, but they're not. It seems like they're not really a great team.
Well, this loss this past weekend is not good because Marshall is a team that you should beat
Handily.
with no problem. Yeah. It's like second half, you've got your second and third string in, and that is not what happened.
What's insane about one of these stats that I'm looking at is their running back, LeBourne, had 31 carries for 163 yards.
Notre Dame?
No, Marshall.
Or Marshall? Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like he was the star of the game. Other than that, I mean, he averaged almost 6 yards a carry. Other than that,
Notre Dame is done this year. Their quarterback is injured too.
So what do you... Okay, let's do this. What do you predict that they're going to drop to?
Notre Dame?
Mm-hmm.
They're unranked.
All right.
They're already unranked.
Were they unranked after the Ohio loss or after this loss?
After this loss.
So that's what happened. They were 5.
Yeah.
And they went down...
That's how big. That's how big of an upset it was.
That's when you turn some heads.
That's correct.
Up at the league
Yes.
office.
Yes. You go from 5 to 8, and then you go from 8 to unranked.
I will say this: Billy's gonna be really happy about that because he hates Notre Dame because of the fact that they're not in a league,
Yeah.
and he's like they just kind of make it to the playoffs like a roundabout reason, like they don't have to play through a division. He's gonna be happy about that. And now Marshall's 2-0.
Yeah, they are.
Thundering Herd.
The old Thundering Herd ran the Irish over.
Dang, man. Okay, I didn't know that. So they're unranked now. So good for them.
Yeah. I don't see them becoming ranked anytime soon. Not even in the season. They're going to stay unranked 100%.
Wow.
But I'm excited for Georgia this year. And before we get off sports, I'm excited for
Yankees?
good old Judge.
Ooh.
Listen.
Talk about it.
Listen.
Again?
Between
Shout out your mother.
Between this past podcast and this podcast, he's hit 2 or 3 more home runs.
So what's he at now?
He's at 57.
Man.
We're only 5 away.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's very
And
exciting.
there's 18 games left?
I think there's over 20 left.
Okay.
He is 5 away. You are totally right. This is going to be exciting, and here's why. We're projected to each buy a jersey, me and Tim, after he makes the...
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to need a firm commitment from you.
No, it's already been timestamped.
You got one last time.
He's got 2 from the last podcast? 2 commits?
And then you got this one too. I already said I was.
But I know how you are with stuff.
Listen, for content, I will be buying
Last
this
week
jersey.
for content last week, he said, Ash, you don't even have to send me the link.
Here's what I want.
I'll know when he
I'll
breaks
know.
the record.
Here's what I want.
Tell us.
I want this experience to happen.
Uh-huh.
He hits the record. Ashton sends us a link.
He doesn't have to send me the link.
Stop it. Stop it. This is what I want to happen. In the chat,
I drop in.
he
I drop
sends
in
a
the
link.
Yep.
The only thing we do is respond with a screenshot of order confirmed. That's what I want.
You already have that from me.
Is that how it's going to work?
Yes.
1 hour and 27 minutes in.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Because
I'm okay with that.
it's exciting to be a part of history.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
We're living in a time where we're going to see the record be broken.
I will say this right now, my size is not in. Small is sold out.
Of Judge?
Yep. So that's a problem.
On all sites or just a certain site you're searching?
The same two. I mean, Fanatics and MLB is the same thing, basically. They're sold
MLB
out.
shop is owned by Fanatics.
They're sold out right because I checked last week. I was prepping.
Listen, he's getting bought up.
That's the problem.
They'll make more.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
But
It's exciting.
It's exciting to follow somebody breaking a record.
That's right.
Man, his jersey's sold out.
It's
Does
sold
that
out.
happen?
Small, only small. But yes, it's sold out right now. I can update that real quick. But as of right now, I mean, as of
Which jersey?
yesterday, both
Both?
home and away,
Okay.
sold out. We can get an update, but 25% off site wide. Use code GLOVE25. I'll tell you right now, if they have small right now, I'm making a purchase.
I'm going to hold my breath.
Listen, when you get 25% off, that doesn't happen every week.
No, it doesn't.
And now,
This is
now Tim's got the pressure.
I think this is the Moscow Mule talking.
Here's what I wanted to ask you guys about this. It's something about the jersey. I want the white with blue pinstripe jersey.
Yeah.
Am I ridiculous for wanting to buy, because they don't make it an Aaron Judge, but you can buy a custom jersey with your name on it. What if I do 99 Judge with the old retro jersey? Is that crazy? It's still a Judge jersey. It's just a retro one that they don't make. Tell me I'm crazy, and then I won't do it. It's sold out, by the way. Small is sold out.
I'm gonna get the home jersey though.
Gray?
Yeah.
The one that Ashton has?
Yeah. I'm gonna get that one.
See, here's what... Yeah, I don't like the home one. I don't like the away one. See, that's the thing. Am I crazy? Let's talk about it.
Kind of, but not. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time...
You would never know. If you look at it, it looks like just a retro jersey. And I would show you, but I can't unplug.
I mean, I see it.
Oh, wait. It says select player. It looks like you can select a player. Hold on. We're doing this live on air. Aaron Judge, 99.
Episode 4.
Small. In stock. Add to cart.
Yeah, you are.
Wait. We're looking at prices. Because I'm telling you.
He said if a small was in stock, he was making a purchase.
He did say that.
Of the home one. Well, let's just baby step this. Hold on. We're not doing this. Listen, I'm checking this out. This is happening. They're sold out. You can't use the freaking coupon code on custom jerseys. And I'm gonna be honest. The blue one's cool, but I don't want it.
I would wait till the gray comes
Gray
back in
is-
stock.
Yeah, just wait.
And honestly, it sucks, but I don't think it's going to come back in stock anytime soon,
I
especially
don't
with him
think so
so
either.
close
Exactly.
to the record. He's hot right now.
I'm telling you, always hitting the purchase button if that coupon code worked. It's sad. What are you gonna do? Because I want the pinstripes. That makes the jersey, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. What are
Well,
you gonna do? You can get a Babe Ruth jersey, but it's not the same.
yeah, it's not the same. I'm excited though. We got in the month of October, we have playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, the World Series is at the end of October, I think. October 28th is game 1 of the World Series.
Man, we're really close.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Who do you think's gonna make it to the championship?
The World Series?
Yeah. You know what I meant. You don't need to correct it for the people.
I'd hate to say it, but it's probably going to be the Dodgers and the Astros.
Astros again? Really? You don't have any faith that
I want the Yankees to win, obviously. But the Astros are on a hot streak right now, and the Yankees still have some things they have to work out.
Yeah. You don't think the Yankees and Mets, we're going to see another Subway Series?
Dodgers will beat the Mets.
Really?
In 7 games, yeah. I mean, I know Dan's excited because the Mets beat the Dodgers 4-3 over the whole season. But I think
Yeah.
if it was a straight series,
When it matters. too.
Dodgers would win.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Yeah. Thank God he doesn't listen. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's tough to say. I'd love to see the Yankees there again, especially on the year that Judge breaks the record,
Yeah.
which we're assuming that he will.
My grandma
Yeah.
is coming to visit in October.
No way.
And she's leaving October 29th, but she'll be here for game 1 of the World Series on the 28th.
Ooh.
Wow.
So if the Yankees were to
I bet
be
she'd
in
extend her stay just to watch
it,
it here,
if the
man.
Yankees were in it, and I got to watch game 1 of the World Series with her,
Yeah.
if the Yankees were in
That's
it,
a family moment.
that'd be cool. Yeah.
I'd come for that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's going to be here 2 weeks in the month of October.
Man.
So, Yeah, I want the Yankees to win one more time in her lifetime. She's 85 right now.
Yeah. But spry as a horse, let me tell you. She's a ball of lightning.
She is.
And I hear she likes her liquor.
That's right. She
Does she?
That's right. She does.
Listen, she loves to take shots of tequila. So, I don't know if you guys want to get into this, but we did watch a movie last week.
Yeah, we did.
This week.
Yeah.
Jesse, tell us.
It was
excited.
Jesse's pick.
Jesse, tell us what movie we watched.
I'm so excited.
Tell us why we watched this, because we couldn't when you said on air last week.
I'm so excited to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we picked Nightcrawler at first, but it was no longer on Netflix, which is weird because it was on there for such a long time. So I switched it to Batman Forever, 1995. And here's why I picked Batman Forever. I know what you're thinking.
It was the year you were born.
That's one of it. One of it? Yes. I also think Toy Story came out in 95, one of the best movies ever made. But that's beside the point. It's a good year. It's a good year. Batman. I picked this specific Batman. Knowing that it's not one of the best Batman movies ever made. But it's incredibly, at least for me, very nostalgic. It's the one and only time Val Kilmer played Batman. And we'll get into that in a minute. Because he did not like playing Batman. But it's like, it's back when the Batman movies felt like they were right out of the comic book. It was the music that tied into it, even the characters they played. It's like the way they played the characters, it was straight out of the comic book. Jim Carrey, I'm going to be honest, I think Jim Carrey carried the movie. In my opinion, he killed it as a Riddler. To this day, I think he's the best Riddler on screen ever played. He did really, really well. Even, I can't remember the actor's name, who played Two-Face.
Tommy Lee Jones.
It seemed like a weird pick for him to play that Two-Face. It was not his type of role.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was excellent, man. You can tell he was one of those actors. He was like a serious actor. He played in Men in Black is the only other thing I really watched him from. But, you can tell I'm sure I don't know if he did this or not. Like, he read the comic books and was like, this is how I want to play Two-Face. And he committed to it. You can tell. And I've heard a lot of stories about this movie throughout the years about how them two didn't get along very well, him and Jim Carrey. Tommy Lee Jones hated acting with Jim Carrey. He thought Jim Carrey was too much of a character and kind of like a nutball. I think he was one of those actors that played the Riddler 24/7, even off camera.
No, Jim Carrey is nuts.
Yeah, and he is. You're
Yeah.
totally right. Yeah, but he really carried that character on set, off set. He was that character. But again, I think he killed it as the Riddler. Like, when I picture the Riddler, I think of Jim Carrey. I think he did so good. So, there's a lot of reasons why I picked this movie, but it's the first Batman movie I ever watched. My eyes were glued to the screen the whole movie. Even it didn't seem like there was downtime. The only couple downtimes I remember was when Bruce Wayne was talking to the actor Nicole Kidman, who played, I don't remember the name she played.
Actress.
Thank you. That was the only downtime. And even then, he was busting down her office door. It didn't seem like there was a lot of downtime and conversation in the movie. I liked it.
So give us a brief summary of what happened in the movie.
It basically opens up with Two-Face doing like a bank robbery. And, what I like about Batman specifically is they don't have to go through the origin story of Batman like Spider-Man does every time there's a new Spider-Man. He's already Batman. Two-Face and the Riddler, who becomes the Riddler in the beginning of the movie. He's not even the Riddler already. Two-Face is already Two-Face. They kind of team up. They want to kill Batman. Well, Two-Face wants to kill Batman. And it's one of the origin stories of Robin, which I think is an underplayed character. I think he gets a lot of crap, being Robin. He's kind of like he's like a social pariah almost, Batman and Robin. But the Robin, even when he puts on the Robin suit at the end of the movie, is badass. So you get the origin story of Robin. He's the one and only time I think Robin is played in a movie besides the Batman movie in like 1966. I think they did a TV show, but I think they made a movie, right? So you kind of see Robin. They just team up. Riddler creates this device that mind controls people all over the globe. Batman eventually destroys him. It's the typical movie trope of, up and down. The villain kind of prevails in the middle of the movie and then gets taken over by Batman. There's not a lot of story to it that we haven't heard a million times, but it's one of my favorite Batman movies strictly for nostalgia purposes. It's not one of the best Batman movies for sure, by a long shot. Bat nipples were introduced in this movie, so I still loved it. I think it was really good. I think the actor who played Robin is really good. He plays the Dick Grayson version of Robin. I know there's a couple of Robins, but I think it was good, man. Overall, I know it's a crappy movie. I know. I already see the look on your face. I know it's a crappy movie, but I liked it. It was nostalgic. I'm really interested to see your point on this movie because, Tim, you're a movie critic.
Let's hear it, Tim.
You don't want to go first?
Because Tim's going to...
Mine's going to be largely
shat
positive,
this movie.
so let's hear
Okay.
some negatives about it.
Yeah.
So...
Take a breath. Tim.
Growing up watching this movie, I love this movie. It was a great movie. But watching it yesterday killed me. I could barely keep my eyes on the screen. It was one of those movies that you want to keep in the past and not have to watch as an adult. The acting was just god awful. Some of the scenes were... I mean, I like Tim Burton as a director, but he didn't even direct the whole film. They switched directors through the second half.
I don't think he directed any of it.
Yeah.
He didn't direct any of it.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I mean, after Batman Returns came out, they were like, we don't want you anymore.
I think he did half
It
of
was
it.
Shoemaker.
I don't
think he did.
I think Tim Burton did half of it.
Yep,
Did you look that up?
Joel Shoemaker.
And
And
did
it
you
was
just-
produced by Tim Burton.
Okay. He maybe had a hand in it. Okay, you're maybe right.
Because the beginning of the movie is very Tim Burton.
It's very... yeah, you're right. I didn't know that.
Um,
I bet he had a hand in... Because
yeah.
Tim Burton and Shoemaker are very, very close.
Yeah.
They're really good friends. So
Yeah.
maybe you're right.
I'll say as a kid, it's a great movie. But watching it again as an adult, it is one of the worst Batman movies.
It is. But, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I
I'll
mean-
come back to that.
I tried.
Can you separate that? I'll go ahead and get into it. Can you separate it in your head? Knowing it's a bad movie, can you appreciate it for the memory that you had? I went into it knowing it's a bad movie.
Yeah. I went into it knowing it wasn't one of the greats, but I didn't realize how bad it was. Because I haven't watched it in years.
Probably since Before the Fire,
Yes.
right? When we watched
yes.
all those movies.
I don't go back and watch the old Batman movies regularly, at all. And when I was watching yesterday, I was like, oh my God. This is not great at all.
Okay.
I found Two-Face very annoying. Especially right from the opening scene. Jim Carrey was okay at the beginning of the movie, but he got more annoying as the movie went on. I will say Nicole Kidman was a great spotlight in that movie.
We can park on that for a minute, but you're right.
Val Kilmer was... he was okay.
Yeah.
Robin, I liked him better in Batman and Robin versus this one.
Okay.
But overall, I would probably voluntarily not watch it again.
Okay.
Memory's sake, it was great, but watching it again from a fresh experience, no.
I almost went into it being like, I'm a kid, don't expect anything from this movie, expect a Batman movie. It seemed like a comic book movie. Now the new Batman movies
Are so good.
Yes. But I say from Dark Knight on, once Christian Bale took over, they weren't comic book movies anymore.
Yeah.
It's like they were their own big box movie franchises, you know. So you wouldn't watch it again. What? Yeah. Okay. Ash, what do you think?
Gentlemen, let me tell you. So I've never seen this movie before.
Good.
So I was watching it with fresh eyes. But y'all are saying it's one of the worst Batman movies ever. I don't think I would say that.
I don't say it's the worst. It's bottom
Y'all
3.
said one of the worst.
One of. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think that at all. So the symbolism in this movie is very rich. And I'm going to do my best to explain what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
So the opening scene where Batman's in his Batcave and he's like coming up and grabbing all of his equipment that's all stainless steel metal, and the Batmobile comes up and it's all very 90s. You know, there's really cool music playing, and so the Batmobile looks cool, and Batman's all geared up, and Alfred says, "Can I persuade you to take a sandwich?" And Batman says, "I'll get drive-through."
What a great line.
It was a great interplay of the cool kind of dark aspect of Batman, and then there's just this immediate comic relief. And I think it sets the tone of the movie really well. I think that the movie does a good job of constantly playing with serious and comedy. Another line that I really liked was when Jim Carrey's character is in the research laboratory center that he works in, and his supervisor comes in and finds him at night working, and the guy says, you know, along the lines of, "You're out of here," and fired or whatever. Jim Carrey takes this big coffee pot and just smacks him in the back of the head, knocks him out, and he says, "Caffeine will kill you."
That's right. What's great about the older Batman movies is the one-liners. I will say that.
This movie was replete with good one-liners.
Yeah.
And I thought Jim Carrey was killer.
Right.
The whole movie.
Right. He carried, I'm telling you. Carried the movie.
And I thought Tommy Lee Jones was good too. The whole thing with Two-Face in this movie I thought was very interesting, how he was continually wrestling with himself. And it was like an argument inside of him constantly with rationality and then irrational behavior. A theme that's throughout the whole movie is mental illness. Because the Riddler's mentally ill, Two-Face is mentally ill, Bruce Wayne is struggling with they even use the psychological term repression, which is something that Freud came up with, which is that you have these memories from childhood that are constantly bubbling in your subconscious, your unconscious.
Nicole Kidman's character told him to explore that in a scene, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Her name was Chase.
Something Chase. I think it was her last name.
Chase Mayweather or something like that. So, and then she is a psychologist. And then there's the mental trauma of Robin's character after his family dies. So mental illness is the like current that the characters are swimming in throughout the whole thing. So I thought that was interesting. And the mental darkness is something that seems to be a staple of Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
When the Joker comes in the Christian Bale Batman movies, I mean, the guy is psychotic. And I've not seen the Joker movie that they made in recent years, but I think it's the same kind of thing.
That one's 99% mental illness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that tends to be a trend in Batman. But one of the scenes that I loved was when the Riddler meets Two-Face for the first time, at least on the screen, and Two-Face is in his hideout, and he's got a woman dressed up, the equivalent of an angel, and then one dressed up like a demon. And they've made them separate meals, and one's all orderly and fancy, and then the other one's just this skewered hog on a
Which
a
almost
giant
looks
plate.
like that's in his mind.
Exactly. That's exactly the point they're trying to make.
Yeah.
And later on in the movie when they're working together, as they're going into Bruce Wayne's manor, the Riddler says, "Do not kill him."
Mm-hmm.
And he almost kills him. And the Riddler comes in just in time to like say, "No,
Mm-hmm.
don't do it." And the Two-Face's way to cope with the internal tension is just to constantly flip a coin.
Which they said is his weakness at one point in the movie. The coin is his weakness.
If you take the coin, right?
That's right.
So that's like what keeps him from just completely going into mental disarray. But so I thought that was the way that Tommy Lee Jones portrayed that internal struggle was really cool. I thought Val Kilmer was the weakest actor in the movie. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is crazy because he at that point was at the top of his game.
Mm.
Yeah, in that era he was the guy to do serious stuff. Yeah.
And
I think you're right.
You guys said that was the only Batman movie he did?
I watched the documentary on him. It was like an Amazon Prime documentary called Val, and he talked about that for a while. Yeah, he didn't like it.
So maybe that's
At
why his
all.
performance wasn't good.
It mostly because in the bat suit he couldn't act. He couldn't move his head
He
in the
couldn't
bat
move
suit.
his head. Yes, I did notice that.
He literally couldn't. That wasn't a choice.
In the kind of ending scenes when they storm the hideout to rescue Dr. Chase, every time he looks, he's like having to turn his entire body.
There's YouTube clips that says Batman Forever, but only when Val Kilmer looks away. And it's a 45-second montage of him looking with his shoulders, basically. I mean, it's like well documented in that movie that he could not turn his head. It was a solid form. He couldn't,
Right.
which he didn't like, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So another scene that I thought symbolically was really powerful was when the Riddler's technology that he's using the television screens to mind control people. He has a banquet party they call it the Ritz Gotham.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That was good.
And I don't know if y'all paid attention, but when Bruce and Chase walk in, they walk down a staircase, and there are candles on both sides of the staircase as they're walking down. Lit candles, right? And then in the middle of the room on a pedestal is that device that he's using to mind control everyone. And the whole reason that they're there is because the Riddler's character has just become unbelievably wealthy with the invention of this technology. And the technology is absorbing everyone's attention. And it's on this giant pedestal in the middle of the room with all these lit candles all around, and people are there congregated together celebrating this technology. So the technology symbolically is an idol, right? It's in the middle of the room.
Mhm.
That which you put your attention on is
Yeah.
what you worship.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool. None of that was by accident. And anyways, so that was cool. Another thing that I thought was interesting is, have y'all noticed that popular characters in fiction a lot of the times are orphans? So
Who else?
Harry Potter's an orphan, Luke Skywalker's an orphan, Superman's an orphan.
Wow. It's almost like a success story.
Right.
They start from the bottom. Wow.
And Robin, in a way, becomes an orphan, even though in this movie he's kind of a young adult
Which is weird to me. I made a point of that.
when his family dies. But
Yeah. I'll get on that later. Yeah, you're right.
so I thought that the movie was really good.
I love the movie.
I've never seen it until this week, so I really enjoyed it. There's more things that I want to think about. One of the things I want to think about is symbolically how Chase rescues Batman, because at the end of the movie, Bruce accepts that he is Batman. Instead of it being two different parts of himself, they become integrated, and it's due to her coming into his life that he's able to integrate those two things. And she's constantly telling him throughout the movie, let the memories that are trying to come through, break in. Maybe Robin has a part to play in that, because he sees Robin as a reflection of himself, and he tells him, like, if you kill Two-Face, you'll be all alone after that.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
You're going to look for something else.
Right.
Right.
And so I want to think more about that, to try to work through that. And then what I think Nicole Kidman's, she says it in the movie that she kisses Batman on the balcony when he shows up at midnight. Yeah, he does.
Let's talk about
Let
it.
me tell you. I mean, can we say?
Let's just park on that.
Can we
for a
ask
minute.
who wouldn't?
Who would not show up to Nicole Kidman?
And I love how she was just sleeping, and then
Yeah.
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 she wasn't asleep.
She let's say she picked up the sheets to walk across the room. That's all we'll say about that. Well, we know what she was expecting. I mean, I have a new 90s crush. It's Nicole Kidman.
Let me tell you.
Straight out of Batman animated series too. I don't know if you remember her character she played. She didn't play it, but like the character, she looked and acted just like her, and I'm on board.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean she's great.
But Batman shows up, and the two of them kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says something along the lines of, I need to grow up.
I found somebody
I found
else.
someone.
For the second
or I
time she
met
said it in
someone.
that movie.
Right.
Because she said it about Batman first.
At the circus.
And she kissed Batman.
Right.
She said, I found someone else.
Right.
Right.
So, I thought Alfred was great in this movie as well. Yeah, no, guys, I'm going to give the movie an A. I'll absolutely
Yes.
watch it again. Great pick,
Yes.
Jess.
Thank you. Thank you.
The movie really has a lot of cool symbolism in it, and I miss movies that are simple like this, but that are well structured. So it for me dipped its toe enough in kind of the dark side of mental illness without it becoming too dark of a film, and it offset comedy in a way that was not strange or jarring.
It was like reminding you, hey, this is based off a comic book character.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a good time.
Mm-hmm. So
I love it. I love it. I'm very happy because I do think it's an underrated Batman film. I really do.
I'm glad you think that
You
way.
can smile all you want. I have a couple of things before we move on from it.
Okay.
Some little notes that I took. We went over how gorgeous Nicole Kidman was, so we can move on from that. When they basically acted like Robin was a 14-year-old, when they were like, "You have nowhere to go, Bruce Wayne's gonna take you in." Then later on in the movie, he says he's a college student.
I didn't like that scene when Robin got into their little hideout room. That whole little acrobat
When he stumbled
thing.
upon it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, "And go!" and then dives across the dining room tables to dive into this room.
I
Yeah.
agree. That was not the best scene.
And right before that, there was a scene where there was an action sequence of him doing his laundry. Do you remember that scene?
Yes.
He's like, and throws his socks on the laundry line. I was like, all right, come on, relax.
I'll say it again. I like it as a child.
It's a comic book movie.
I know.
It's that's what I like, that they're reminding you, hey, don't take this too seriously. It's based off a comic book character from 1938.
Yes, but there is a substructure of complex storytelling in it.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Which I didn't see, but I'm glad he pointed it out.
The scene with Robin, those two scenes are dumb. I thought a scene that was really cool just visually was when Robin steals the Batmobile and that street gang
all the neon
with
and
all the
stuff
neon
going on.
the neon
Yeah.
street gang.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And it was all cool of him saving the girl up until the point where she says, "Doesn't Batman kiss the girl?"
Right.
I
And
was
then
like,
they have a little kiss. You're like, all right, relax. Relax. Put it in your pants, lady.
yeah.
I'm
so
on board. Okay. The other, there's so much. Did you know that Jon Favreau was in this movie? Did you guys know that? Do you know who Jon Favreau is?
Nope.
He is a major movie director at this point. He directed
I know who he is.
most of the Mandalorian TV show. He's kind of responsible
He was
for
in
creating.
He was in a couple comedy movies too.
He was in a lot of comedy movies in the early 2000s. He is Happy in Iron Man movies. In
Okay.
all the Happy. He's the guy. I mean, he's a big movie director. He's an extra in this movie. He's an assistant in the Wayne Enterprises scene when you see Riddler for the first time. He's
Okay.
walking up with the boss. He's in the
Really?
background. Yeah.
Okay.
On top of that, Drew Barrymore is in this movie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know who Drew
She's the
Barrymore is?
angel.
She's the angel. Yeah. I saw both of them. I was like, holy crap. I don't know if it was their start, but they were both kind of like very minor roles.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely like the early starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. Other than that, another point I thought was funny was how trick-or-treaters came up to Batman's house and got candy, but as they were leaving, Riddler and Two-Face had to sneak in to get into the gate. How did that happen? Kids got in, but they couldn't. I thought that was super interesting.
Yes. That didn't make a lot of sense, but I do think that there's something else symbolically with it being Halloween that they did that.
Yeah.
I want to think about this movie a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe I can.
I'm telling you,
I can
love
revisit
the movie.
it. Yeah.
And what's cool about it, Ashton, is Batman and Robin is technically the sequel to this movie, but there's a different Batman. George Clooney plays the new Batman, but the Robin is in the Batman and Robin, the same actor.
So the trilogy had 3 different Batman.
It wasn't a trilogy. It was just Batman Forever and then Batman and Robin.
Okay.
The whole Batman movie timeline is bizarre to me. There's always a different Batman, whether there's trilogies or 2 movies or 1 movie, doesn't matter. But I think Val basically was like, I'm not doing this again. And he just was like, I'm not being Batman again.
Mhm.
And then Clooney had to take over. So that's why I got it confused when I sent it to you, because I remember Robin being the same actor in both movies. But so the next movie has Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Bane. That one is the exact same movie basically with different villains.
Is Nicole Kidman in the Batman and Robin?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman
she
is Poison
really?
Ivy. She's Poison Ivy. Yeah. So actually, that is a tie-in from last week. Uma Thurman plays in this one too.
She's Poison Ivy, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about Nicole Kidman. I don't know if she's in it or not.
I don't think she is.
I don't know either.
But
Uh-huh.
I'm very curious to
can't
see what you picked for us this week, Ashton.
Oh, before we move on, we'll watch again.
Yeah, you will.
Ashton, what do you rate it?
Hey, yeah, I'll watch it again. I thought it was a great movie. It was a welcome change of movies that are made today.
That's right. What I liked about it most is it felt like a comic book brought to the movie screen. It wasn't a Michael Bay action-packed movie.
Yeah, it was serious, but it didn't take itself too seriously.
That's right. It reminded you that it was a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it a...
An F, won't watch again.
I'll give it a C. I'll watch it again, but I wouldn't watch it on my own. I would watch it with, like...
I would love if we watched it together.
I would watch it with, like, my future children or something like that.
You son of a bitch.
Okay.
Okay, fine. That's fair.
But I would watch it again.
Okay. I also liked at the end of the movie when he got the new bat suit, he got rid of the bat nipples. We should throw that in there. It was not on the new suit. All right, moving on.
We're moving on?
Ash, you have a new movie for us this week.
Okay, so fellas.
I'm very curious.
He's pulling out his briefcase for
What
this
is
one.
going on?
Does he have a Blu-ray in his,
Oh
in his
my.
briefcase right now?
So listen, guys. I want y'all to watch my most favorite movie of all time.
Oh, I don't know this one.
Yeah, you do.
Wait.
So
Oh, I know it. I know
I
it.
have 2 copies of it.
I totally right. He's Last Samurai.
All right. So y'all can choose which one takes the DVD and which one takes the Blu-ray. It was made in 2004, so there's not that much of a difference. But
Is it not on any streaming service?
it's not.
I'll take the DVD.
I checked Netflix.
Are you sure?
I don't care.
I checked Netflix, Prime, HBO, Hulu. It's not on any of them.
Ironically, you have 2 copies.
Wait, you don't have any way to watch that even, do you? Oh, you have a PlayStation.
Yeah, he's got PS4. I own it on DVD, Blu-ray, and digital.
I am happy about this.
Cool.
I
I'm
have
happy
seen
about
this.
this.
I have seen this movie,
Have you?
but it's been probably 10 years plus.
Okay, cool.
I have not.
Cool.
So far, each of us have not seen the movie that one of us has picked.
Yeah.
I'm happy about this.
I want y'all to watch it.
Okay.
Okay, I can watch this again because
My
I haven't.
most favorite movie of all time.
Is there a reason why? Or do you want to get into it next week?
We'll get into it next week, but it has a lot to do with the fact that Tom Cruise is
Tell
in it.
the people what movie and what year it came out.
It is The Last Samurai, and I believe it came out in 2004.
Okay.
I'm
2004? Okay. So
I'm here
that's-
for it.
Wow, okay.
2003.
I was off by a year.
I am actually very excited because I haven't
I'm
seen this movie in a
intrigued.
while.
I'm very
Okay.
intrigued. I've always heard about it.
Good pick, Ash.
And it's got Kim Watanabe in it, which
Mhm.
he's in all kinds of movies. And the soundtrack was done by Hans Zimmer.
So we will review this on
Next
Friday. We're doing it on
I think we
Friday.
got a Friday podcast next time.
Okay, cool. I'm
Man's reaching for the cookies right away. All right, we're back. All right, so we're picking Last Samurai as our next. It's our next view. In all honesty, we just took like a 15-minute break to go make some cookies.
we're feeling it.
Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm gonna finish this Moscow Mule, and I have a crisp Yoo-hoo to crack open. I have a stack of Pokemon cards here.
Cods. Go ahead and hand me those cods.
I'm gonna attribute that to my New York accent coming through, but
Sure.
it might have been a Moscow Mule. Yeah, so let's talk about collectibles for a minute.
I've never seen this card in my life.
Are you serious?
Have you?
Haven't?
Really?
Are you sure?
The Light Machoke?
I'm positive.
Is that the vodka talking?
No.
Let me see it.
Oh.
Son of a. This is the first time this has ever happened on the podcast. Ashton has spilt his water bottle onto the table. Well, we get it on the phone, onto the table, onto the floor.
I'm just glad
Luckily-
it didn't hit the cards.
Way to carry
Yes.
the podcast. Tim.
Yes. But we have a lightman choke.
Yeah. I think it's from the Neo era,
The man's planting flowers.
right? Is it from Neo or
Definitely.
something? Yeah.
It's from 2000.
Tell me you can read the year on
Well,
that
it
one.
says 1995 to 2000.
So it came out in
it's
2000.
Yeah. Cool card.
It's cool, right? This is what I love about it. That whole stack that I gave you there, maybe 15 to 20 cards, he just gave to me for free.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, Merry Christmas, dude. Just take them. He got this massive, massive submission of bulk that he was just like, I think it's the fact that I come in there a lot and I bring
I
him
was
on.
just about to say you've
We've developed a relationship, I'll say the least.
Jesse and Jesse.
Yes. Jesse English at Nerd World. Go check him out. Jonesboro Road. But yeah, he gave me all those cards, man. I had like $20 store credit and I got 2 cards that equaled to $20 and then I just sorted through the rest of that.
What'd you trade in?
Like 6 or 7 common pops like a week or 2 ago, Star Wars ones that I just didn't have any room for. And I was like, I went in there and I was like, hey man, I know they're commons. If you just give me $20, you can have them all. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. And he was like, cool, that saves me time. $20 is fine. So that's what I got. So it was like Rogue One pops.
You just saved the store credit?
Yeah. He just didn't have anything I wanted. So I got I know. Look at that card, Tim.
Oh, I've seen that card.
Yeah. Again, dude, I mean, I want to go back again through that bulk that he has there and just kind of pick out what I want. He had so many old school stuff. It was really cool. So that's a big part of what I'm collecting right now is I'm very close to completing Team Rocket. I probably have 7 or 8 cards left. And then base set 2, I got a lot of base set 2 today. So I'm pretty close to completing that also.
So, you love Pokemon cards, obviously.
I'm much more into old school right now, but yes.
This has been a hobby for what, 2 years? Would
yeah,
you
about
say?
2. Yeah. I will admit I am a sucker for when it kind of became a big hype thing. I rekindled my love for it, you could say. But I'm back into it, man. And I'm a fan.
Is there a oh, yeah, this is a good one. Blaine's Arcanine.
Yeah. And
Is
that last one is my
Yeah.
favorite.
Is there a product that you would want to collect that you haven't started collecting besides Pokemon cards? Because you really haven't had like something you've been dying to collect since you've had this passion.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, and I know you're probably going to have the same answer, is what are they called?
Hot toys.
Hot toys. Let's get into a deep discussion on hot toys. That's another one of those things like Legos, and we can get into that later. They're pretty much guaranteed to make
go up.
money once
Yeah.
they get discontinued.
Mhm.
Exactly.
100%.
It's hard to argue with it. It's just the fact of the price point is a lot to commit to. They're like minimum $220, right?
$250.
$250.
It's not even like a beginner's hobby. It's more of like a
Right.
mid-tier hobby to start. Because you also have the regular version of a hot toy, which is like $250, but then you have the deluxe version, which might come with like, if you have Darth Maul, the base one is just regular, but the deluxe version will come with a speeder. So it would be like an extra like $150. Or like the new Boba Fett. Or no, the Jango Fett. Which one is it?
I didn't even know there was a Jango with the child.
No, the new... It's Boba Fett, right? The new show?
The new show. Mhm.
Okay. So Boba Fett's regular version is him, with like some weapons, which is like $250, but the deluxe version is him on his throne.
Oh,
So it's like
wow.
$500.
Like Jabba's throne.
Yeah.
Wow. I never seen that one yet.
Oh, it's on sideshow.com.
You're killing me, man. I wonder who that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Hot Toys,
Okay.
an
Yeah,
awesome hobby.
I think I mean off the top of my head is Hot Toys. I'm sure once I really thought about it, I probably have some more answers.
If you
for
had some of those Hot Toys in glass Detolf shelves,
Yeah. That's another thing. I would love to have a couple Detolf shelves in this room. Look around. I know. I don't know. Where
I
put
can
'em.
visually see it.
One in every corner, maybe.
I mean, realistically, you could probably fit 2 back in this corner.
Yeah.
But the problem is just getting started.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. And I think, I think it's going to be Hot Toys for me.
Yeah.
It's a pretty safe bet. That and not even just for investing purposes, just how in depth and how detailed they are. I think it's going to be Hot Toys. Yeah.
I mean, if you go on Sideshow, I was looking just yesterday of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. All the Hot Toys on there, the Grand Inquisitor, the sister, the troopers in that show, Obi-Wan himself, Darth Vader, with the side helmet that he cut.
Yeah.
It's all those figures are on there. It's just sick.
Are they all for pre-order or are they already out?
Pre-order. Grand Inquisitor is like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think that was a sleeper character even in the show that really got shafted. And that's a whole nother discussion. But he's a character that everybody wanted to see and barely got to see. So any type of merchandise of him is going to be a safe bet.
I would love to start collecting Hot Toys. Good pick, though.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's your pick too, right? What do you got? How do you feel about collecting Legos?
I want to.
You did for a little bit, right?
I have a couple of little tiny sets.
Okay, stop it. Little tiny sets. Do you call a Daily Bugle a tiny set? Largest minifig collection, I think, of any set. 26. Am I wrong?
It's the biggest minifig set.
Yeah.
Okay, besides that,
Inflation alone, you've already made your money back.
I do like Legos. I just don't have the time.
I love you so much.
Timestamp that.
What do you mean about the time to buy Legos? That doesn't make any sense.
Bill,
Don't build them. You can still collect them. Look at the tub.
but look at that.
You don't have...
That's so cool built.
What are you pointing to for the listeners at home?
The Millennium Falcon.
The UCS Millennium
The
Falcon.
UCS.
The
Jesse,
ho-
tell us the price tag for
the
that
holy
bad boy.
grail of Lego Star Wars collectors.
Tell us the price tag on this bad
What's
boy.
retail on that?
It was a whopping $800 before inflation.
Yes.
And taxes.
Yeah, it was
How long did it take you to build that?
26 hours.
Over how
this-
many weeks?
About 3 weeks. And I enjoyed every second of it. On this very table, I built this Millennium
This
Falcon.
table?
This table. My music room for about a month was centered around building that Falcon. And I don't regret it one bit.
It's so cool built. And that's what I'm saying. I would love to build big sets like that. But unlike you, I just don't have the space for these sets. And this is not even bashing you. Don't even get me started with this.
I will disagree with you for one reason and one reason only. That Daily Bugle can be built and can be stored in your apartment right now.
I'm leaving that apartment in like 4 months.
It doesn't matter. You bought that Daily Bugle about a year ago. And day one, I said, this is where you need to put it. And you never did it. Correct. Moving on.
Anyway, I do have a couple Lego sets in mind that I want to get. One of them is that retro castle that just came back out.
The Knight's Castle? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's called the Knight's Castle. It's $400 though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But what's cool about it, it's a retro set that they reprinted. So it's like not branded, it's Lego.
Mm.
It's old school. It just looked great. Built, it's, I don't know, 2-3 feet wide maybe. It can open and close. It's a whole thing. It's pretty cool. And Tim likes the building style, architectural.
I like modular. I like different kinds of sorts of buildings. I like building like towns and cities around certain things. I don't know.
Although he hasn't yet.
Not yet. It's going to come though eventually.
What do you have now?
It has to.
What sets do you have?
I have the Winnie the Pooh set. I have the blacksmith set, which is sick.
Yeah, I love that one.
I have
You're
the
right.
Daily Bugle. I have the bonsai tree.
When did you get that?
I've had that
Really?
years.
Interesting.
Years. I have a couple Harry Potter sets. I can't even name all of them. I don't even know what I have. But there was a phase where I was getting Legos a lot.
It's a good sign.
But there are a couple sets. I want the Colosseum. I want the castle. I want the bookstore. Off the top of my head, I can't remember everything. Oh, the treehouse. But if I could collect Legos, I would. They're just a lot.
Now, is it price or space that's holding you back?
Both.
All right.
Legos are expensive.
They are very
And
Yeah.
they all just went up $50. Every single set.
not every one.
Most
There
of
was
them.
tiers.
Most
50,
of them.
20, 10.
Most of
All
them.
of them got price jacks. But
For the same set that's been in stock.
Right.
anything over, I think, $250 got a $50 price bump.
The Home Alone set.
$50?
Home Alone set was $300. I think now it's $350, or is it $250?
It was $250.
Now it's $3. The battleship from Star Wars, the clone ship, was $300. Now it's $350. Disney Castle is $300. Now it's $350. So anything over a certain price point got $50 bump. Anything over, I think, $200 got $20, and it was like a whole tier situation. That Falcon that I bought for $800 is now $850 right now.
Crooks.
Yep.
So that's what I would collect if I could. So Jesse would do Hot Toys. I would do Legos or Hot Toys. Ash, what would you collect if you could?
Mine are kind of boring. One would be stamps.
Stamps?
Yeah. And the other would be paper currency. Old paper currency.
Both up my dad's alley. He collects both of those things.
Every week, man, your dad
Yeah.
just gets cooler and cooler.
You guys are kindred spirits.
My dad literally collects old paper currency, graded paper currency. Listen, if you just want to sit down with them, I feel like you would get along very nice with them.
Can we get him on the show?
Listen, let's get
just
him
call
on the
up.
show.
Can we get a phone in? Do we have a phone line? Are we taking calls?
I cannot believe you said both of those things, and he loves those things. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Those would be my two.
Any specific era of that stuff?
The older, the better.
That's
What's
what
the
we-
reason? What brought you to it?
So I had a couple of stamp sheets when I was in middle and high school that we would get these little paper magazines from the United States Postal Service in the mail, and they would have the stamp collections for the quarter or whatever it was. And I was really into meteorology, which is just the study of weather.
Mhm.
He was
in middle
literally
school.
studying that.
Okay.
Isn't that what he went to college for?
Yeah.
So
Ash.
I've still got it. It's a stamp sheet of different cloud formations, and I had a couple of other ones. So I've always liked stamps, and then I've always liked watching the Antique Roadshow, and
Mhm.
Antique Roadshow has had stamps on there.
If you just light up.
Tim's eyes
I
just
know.
keep getting bigger.
This is insane.
But yeah, I've always thought stamps were cool, and then to see ones from the 20s and the 30s, it's almost like a snapshot of what life was like then.
Mhm.
And some of the holiday ones that they did in the 30s and the 40s, and I don't know, there's just something about that era. And then the paper currency, it just seems like money used to have a lot more character to it than it does now.
Mhm.
And even the backs of like $2 bills are so intricate. The art on the back of it. But they used to do really impressive things with paper currency, especially around the turn of the 20th century. So that's what I would. Those are my two.
Let me get you over my parents' house soon. This
Why
is
don't you come over for a Sunday lunch?
this is insane. It's really weird how much
Yeah.
paper currency stamps, the roadshow,
Anime.
just meteorologist, anime. I mean,
Kindred spirits.
It's just
Zeppelin.
crazy.
He loves Zeppelin. It's great, man. Really is.
crazy.
So I need some advice on some Lego sets that I want to purchase
Go
before
for
they
it.
go out of print.
Go for it.
Buy the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's a no-brainer. That T-minus like 18 days is coming out. It is a purchase.
Cool.
It comes out October 1st. We will be at the cabin on October 1st. You will watch me put it into cart and purchase.
Can I make a bold statement?
Please.
I might also add it to my cart and
Are
purchase.
you kidding? A Lego?
I might like to have it on my desk at work.
Oh my god.
At work?
At work?
Oh my god. Listen. Let's get Ashton's history on Lego. Have you ever been into Lego?
No.
Have you ever purchased a Lego set in your life?
No.
Are you going to purchase the Lego Christmas tree?
Would sure like to.
Jesus. The year of our Lord, October 1st, 2022. Ashton may be making a purchase of a Lego set. Are you crazy? I'm so excited. This room is surrounded by Lego. I'm a fan. The fact that you may be making a purchase, I'm happy
I just
about.
made this man's day.
You did. So I hope you buy this set.
All right, continue.
So there's 3 Lego sets that I'm bouncing between that are retiring. Towards the end of every year, they
Are
announce
retired or they're going to be
going
retired?
to.
Okay.
Towards the end of every year, Lego announces these sets are done after the first of the year. And after they retire, they're basically guaranteed to go up in value for some stupid reason. So there's 3 sets that I'm bouncing between. Sesame Street.
I'm going to wait till you say what I think you're going to say and he's going to light up.
I think so. Sesame Street, $120. It's the first and only Lego set, to my knowledge, that has featured Sesame Street. It has all the characters. It's a little building, 123 Street, whatever it's called. What do you think I'm saying last? The $200 one or the $350? Oh, there's a couple. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I know
There you
it.
go.
I'll save that for last. then.
Okay.
Number 2 is the Batwing, 1989 Batwing. It's from the movie Batman. It's $200, but you can hang it on the wall after you build it. It's freaking sick. It's rounded. It comes with the Penguin, Batman, and I think Commissioner Gordon, maybe.
There's only 3 characters.
There's 3 characters. I don't know. $350 is the Magic Kingdom Castle, Disney. It's freaking massive. Comes with Mickey, Minnie, Pluto.
Actually, not that many characters
I
for
think
like
it's
a
6.
big set.
I think it's 6. Tinkerbell is an exclusive. It's a big deal.
Does your wife have any role in deciding this?
She has said she doesn't care. I've tried to get her to be like, hey, if I buy this, will you build it with me? She said pretty much no. She has no interest in Legos.
But
So
she
it's-
plays Lego Star Wars.
I know. but building is not her thing. Instruction manuals,
I
construction.
thought she built furniture.
She doesn't build it. She kind of like
Restores
she
it?
restores, quote
Okay.
unquote, paints, whatever, what have you. We're deep into the podcast. She's not going to listen to this.
Okay.
Yeah. So $350, but that one is like it's Disney, it's Lego. There's exclusive minifigures. It's going to be a hot set when it retires.
Right.
The fourth set that I think Tim thinks you're interested in is Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
$70, I believe.
For the apartment.
A mere $70.
For the apartment set.
What's cool about it is it's the apartment, but it's like the studio. There's lights that you build above it. It's like a studio recording of it.
And this comes out when?
No,
it's about to
out.
retire.
It's going to retire, be no longer available.
Are you thinking about a purchase right now?
How have neither of you sent me a link for this?
Because you're not into Legos.
But I'm in a Seinfeld.
Yeah, but you're not into Legos. I've sent you the bonsai tree so many times, and you're like, "Meh."
Yeah, it's a bonsai tree.
Yeah, but it's a desktop piece.
Okay.
Either way, you be interested in getting the Seinfeld set?
Someone please shoot me a link.
Really? Okay. Well, I feel depressed now.
So here's my opinion. I wouldn't spend $12 on Sesame Street. The Nightwing sounds amazing.
Send him a link. I'll send him a link to that
I'm
one.
already on it.
Tim's got it.
I think in terms of investment, the Disney is going to be, but it sounds like the Nightwing will probably be the coolest.
I think so too. What I like about the Nightwing is I'm into it more than the Disney Castle. So if it doesn't double in value, I still have a Nightwing.
Right.
I still like it. Maybe I'll build it and put it on the wall somewhere. Who knows? Disney Castle, it's one of those sets that it's huge. It's going to go up in value, but I'm also going to have to worry about if I resell it in the future, worry about shipping, worry about finding someone that's going to want to spend $550 on a set.
Yeah.
There's a little more to it.
Yeah.
But I would like to have the set. I still think it's a cool set. You know, it's the Disney Castle. It's like iconic.
Could you resell it at Nerds World?
No, I doubt it.
Ash, I sent it to you. You can
Pull it up real quick. Let's talk
view
about
it.
this for a minute.
It's $80, right?
Did you look at it? I don't remember.
I think it's $79.99.
Yeah.
And
that's
it says retiring soon.
That's the thing. They're like, listen, this is about to go out of print. I mean, Ash, I'm to the point where maybe tomorrow I'm purchasing one of these sets.
But you don't like Seinfeld, so it's not going to be Seinfeld.
I don't. That would be strictly for
Resale purposes.
investment, right? I don't think that's not at the top of my list. I'm going to be honest, Sesame Street is probably at the top of my list. I was into it as a child, and I think that's going to be, it's an ideas set and maybe worth something one day. What do you think?
Tough.
You pick. Off the top of your head, what would you be like? You have a budget of $400. What would you pick? One set.
So the
Money's
choices,
not an option.
The choices are Seinfeld, Sesame Street,
You could throw in Friends. I forgot to mention that one.
Friends, Magic
Throw in
Kingdom,
Magic Kingdom.
and
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, I think so too.
I would get Batman and Friends if you were spending the money.
That's another thing. I can probably get 2 or 3 sets for the price of the Magic Castle.
Yeah. Batman and Friends. Especially if Batman turns out like the Batmobile. Like the Batwing turns out like
Right.
the Batmobile.
Right.
What do you think of that Seinfeld set?
It's all right.
It's Lego. It's
That's what I was thinking. That's why I never really bothered you with it.
My vote is Batman.
Wow. Almost unanimous. Okay.
I would not get the magic. I would not put all your eggs in one basket. You're not even crazy about
That's smart.
Disney. So
And I did get 2. I have mini castles. I have 2 mini castles.
yeah.
So, in a way, I'm kind of invested into that part anyway. All right. I'm okay with that. I did want to ask you about this while we're on the topic of Lego. Navarro was going to make a purchase of, they make clone battle packs is what they call it, where it comes with 3 or 4 minifigs that you can kind of build an army with. So he purchased 3, I think, right when it came out. and they show 3 per transaction because they're desirable and they sell out right away. He went to go purchase them again like months later when they finally restocked, and they wouldn't let him purchase it because they tie it to the account, not to the order. How do you feel about that? Does it prevent... Do you think they're doing it to prevent people from stocking up?
Yeah, scalpers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is that just the cost that they're eating up to like a collector who really wants to build a clone army? You think they're like ends justify the means kind of situation? Or are they thinking that much into it? Because Navarro genuinely wants to have multiple because he has that clone ship. He wants to have multiple clones. He can't now.
I think, does it tie to so it ties it to the account, right?
Yeah.
So if Lucy was to make an account and ship it to the same address, it wouldn't be flagged?
I don't think so. But then it's like, what if you live alone and you're a genuine collector? I almost think the company doesn't need to worry about that. You know? It's not their problem to prevent people from working the system to kind of, I don't know.
I see it from both ways.
Yeah.
At one point, I feel like if somebody's a genuine collector, but Lego doesn't know they're genuine collectors.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're making their products for collectors. They're not making it for secondary markets. So
I think it's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think for certain things, like for battle packs and stuff like that, cheap, I don't think it makes a difference. But if you were
at $20,
yeah, if you were talking about high-end sets that people were trying to like resell over and over and over again, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of tough because you can't really tell what they're trying to do. Yeah. What their intentions are.
So basically what they're doing is they're leaning towards expecting everybody to be scalpers.
But it's Lego, and at the same time, they don't need people to buy their stuff. They do pretty well.
And that's what I'm saying. Why are they worried about that part? Shouldn't they be worried about the bottom dollar? And if they sell their sets, they sell their sets. You know?
I didn't realize Navarro was such an avid collector.
Yeah. He's really into those Clone Trooper battle packs specifically.
I think we need to get him on the show and hear him out.
I mean, you elaborate.
Because he seems like a bigger Lego collector than you.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesse might take issue with that.
No. This is genuine, like, me thinking about this. Where I think we're both equal. He has a wider interest. He's pretty much specifically Star Wars, but it's basically any Star Wars that comes out. I am very specific Star Wars, but also buy other sets outside of Star Wars. So it kind of evens out at the end of the day.
He's a man of many tastes.
Navarro?
You.
Me? Well, that's a problem. I have too many interests. It's a negative. Although I appreciate you trying to word it as positive.
Was good.
Just by looking at this room, I know you have too many interests.
Jess, I love this room.
Thank you.
I mean, lightsabers, symbols, Selena Gomez,
Legos, consoles, comics.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, let's park on that for a minute. Tim walks in my house around, 4 o'clock maybe. Savannah's sleeping. Haley's sleeping on the other side of the house.
To be fair, I didn't know she was here.
Sure, her car's in the driveway, but no big deal. He walks in the room, puts his stuff down, turns around and goes, "Whoa!" and looks at Selena Gomez. And I'm like, shut up, man. People are sleeping here. And he doesn't acknowledge it. He just looks at Selena and just stands there. What I love about it is every time someone walks in the room, whether they've been here 1,000 times or not, they take notice of that record as they're leaving the door. It's great.
Do you think Tim the drummer noticed it?
I think he actually said something about it. Yeah.
Did he
I don't
really?
remember specifically, but I know he noticed it.
Oh my!
I know he did. And I was proud that he noticed it. It's a man of taste, you know?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
All right, well, fellas, listen.
Let's get out of this.
Speaking of pretty women, So, Tim, I owe him one. The man introduced me to the Botez sisters,
Yeah, I did.
Alex and Andrea. So I've been down a chess rabbit hole the last week or so as a result of this. They both happen to be on Lex Friedman's podcast, which I listened to, and that was really cool because it really showed how intelligent both of them are and gave me more of their backstory. So, Jess, you might be interested in this. I learned about the different game modes of chess. So there's bullet chess, blitz chess, and classic chess. So bullet chess are games that last for a minute. So you have a timer, and every time it's your move, it starts down from 60 seconds. So it is entirely intuition-based moves. Blitz chess is somewhere between 3 and 5 minute games. So again, a timer where either checkmate or whoever runs out of time first loses. And then classic chess is no time limit.
What we play.
Right. Old man's chess. There is a rating system for chess where there's different rating systems, but one of them, chess.com, evidently is huge. This huge governing body, so to say, in the chess world. And they have a ranking system that is kind of similar to Overwatch, where I believe they said once you hit 2,000, a rating of 2,000, you're considered a master. And then 2,200 is Grandmaster. And I might be wrong on that. It's either 1,800 Expert, 2,000 Master, 2,200 Grandmaster, or move all of those up 200 points. It's something like that. So the greatest player in the world, Magnus Carlsen,
He's
is
the number one in the world?
Yes.
I didn't know
His
that.
rating is 2,800 something. And his goal is to hit 2,900. And he was on Friedman's podcast as well, and he was talking about why he doesn't participate in the World Chess Championships anymore. And it's because that you can play a game of chess and make one wrong move and lose the game. And in the chess championship, if you blunder that one time, then you're no longer the greatest player. He thinks a better way to do it would be to play 25 or more games and then take the sum of those games. Like, that gives you a better idea of
average, yeah.
which I thought was a brilliant way to look at it. But he just was talking about the stress of it that he's decided not to participate in anymore. So, anyway, all that to say, Magnus was playing in a tournament the week before last against a 19-year-old who is a newcomer, so to say. He's ranked number 40 in the world, and he's an American, and his last name is Neiman. Hold on, I wrote it down. Hans Niemann.
Could have guessed his first name would be Hans.
He's American.
Yeah.
Carlsen's from Norway. So, anyway, they're playing a game in person, and this kid beats Magnus. And it shakes the whole chess world. And so after that loss, Magnus withdraws from the tournament. And he posts this tweet, and it's of a European soccer coach from some point in the past. And the video clip is along the lines of, like, I can't say anything about what happened, but the insinuation is that there was cheating involved with it. So that just, like, really blew, because what Magnus was implying was that this guy cheated in the. Magnus has never, if I remember the articles correctly, he's never done this before. Like it wasn't. It's very unusual for him to do anything like this. So, I thought y'all might be interested in this. What is a possible way for you to cheat in chess in person? I mean, it'd be one thing if you were playing over a computer, right? So you've got to have something on you that is telling you whether or not a move is correct or not. And it's got to be instantaneous, especially if you're playing blitz chess. It's like, okay, so how... You can't wear an earpiece. People are going to see that. And this is world champion level. So there's a lot of people watching you. And apparently they frisk you before you get on stage to play. So the kid obviously has said that he didn't cheat. So the speculation of how he cheated.
How do you cheat in chess?
Are you ready for this?
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a theory?
Yes. So you got to have something that either gives you a notification that you're making, signals to you that you're making a right move or a wrong move, right? And so you could wear some kind of device that would vibrate a certain way to tell you.
That's common practice in the chess world?
If you were going to cheat. It's like trying to think of a way for you to cheat. You can't wear a bug in your ear because you would assume that someone's going to see that.
So how would that device know you're making a wrong move?
Well, someone would be watching the game live.
Arguably,
And then feeding you.
Arguably a better chess player than the
Someone
player
on the
who's
same
playing.
level as you.
And that's the theory? That he
If
has
he
something on his
cheated.
body
Yes.
that is like, nope, don't do that.
Right.
So he would move the piece but keep his hand on it. And it would be like, bzzz, and he'd be like, okay, no, I don't want to do that. And then move, and then if nothing happened, he would let go.
Yeah.
That's the theory.
It'd be like 1 tap for yes, 2 taps for no, or vice versa, or something like that.
At that point, why is the kid being the person playing? Why is it not the person who's feeding them information be the one playing and making the moves? That doesn't make any sense. So if they frisk him, where's that device?
Okay. So one of the
that leads to one of your
speculations,
theories?
right?
Yeah?
This is like what is being talked about right now, okay? Anal beads.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured. That is... okay. So that... Okay. Where are we going to... Where are my thoughts going?
Oh my god.
What was I just thinking?
Now, what is the... Do you know the prize for becoming the, like, number one player? Like, is there a reason why someone would cheat to become the best?
It could be a few things. One would be to see Magnus get knocked off of his high horse. It's not even the fact that Magnus would lose the tournament that would be the biggest deal for him. It would be the fact that he lost to a number 40, which is going to knock his chess score back away from 1900, which is what his 2900, which is pretty much the only goal he has at this point. No one's ever hit that.
Is there a video of this game?
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched it?
Mm-mm. I've watched clips of it. It's really interesting when this kid would make his move and then he would wait on Magnus to make it. He would like just death stare him.
So like almost studying what he's thinking,
Right.
body language.
Watching his eyes and yeah. Which maybe I haven't watched a lot of competitive chess. Maybe that's something that they do to try to pressure their opponent. But I would think you'd be using, maybe once you get to a certain level, it doesn't matter, but you would be using every second you have to scan moves and things like that. But
Dang, I would love to see this full game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Because if it's anal beads, let's get to it. You would notice a discomfort if it was going to vibrate, right? Hypothetically, notice a. I feel like that'd be pretty easy
someone
to tell.
enjoyed it.
Unless it was like, yeah, and that borderline on, is that childhood prostitution? I don't know.
He's 19.
Yeah, I thought it was 21. No, that's
No.
that's drinking. Tim's just rubbing his face in shame.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah.
So I never got down the rabbit hole of the whole chess world. I know of him. I know that he's like the number one, but I never watched any of his games or anything of the pro chess player. I always just watched casually, more or less just the Botez sisters. But
That's all you need to watch, in my opinion.
I do know all about like chess.com and how they rank everything and whatnot, but I never watched like actual tournament play of him. So I don't know of this scenario, but I do know that he is very prideful of himself and that he doesn't like to lose because he thinks he's better than everybody, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of keeping abreast of all that. The only other thing I wanted to say with chess and the Botez sisters. So on Friedman's podcast, they were talking about being content creators with Twitch. And they said something really interesting that I feel like I've had a taste of since we started doing this. I'm curious if y'all have had the same thing. So they talked about being on a vacation for a week and being able to turn their brains off, because with the line of work that they're doing, they were saying that basically every minute they're not behind the camera, they're thinking about what they're going to do the next time that they're behind the camera. And I feel like since we started doing the podcast, that throughout the week, and it hasn't gotten to any kind of a bad point for me, but I constantly have that humming in the back of my head.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting because that I could see if your livelihood depended on that and you were trying to stay relevant, that would be stressful. But to constantly have that going. Have y'all had anything similar to that?
What? Yeah, more specifically, what you're alluding to is it even though we're only 4 episodes in, I feel like every time we record, we have this conversation of, this was really good, let's keep this going, let's tweak this, let's tighten this up a little bit. Yeah, it almost seems like we're trying to find something better. And even all week, we're talking in the group chat that we have now. Let's talk about this. Let's save this for the podcast. It almost prevents us from like having conversations about certain stuff in the week. And we've said from the beginning we don't want that to happen. And I think we've been good at that. But still, even at lunch today, certain topics were like, let's save it. Let's save it.
When you got up to go to the bathroom at Italian Oven, Tim said, "Don't say anything more, but did you like the movie?"
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Which I feel like we found a good line of what stuff to save and what not to save. Like, we wouldn't talk about the movie or NFL, but we talked about shoes at dinner. I think we're all such good friends that we know we have so much to talk about. We can figure it out. But yeah, I totally get it. Throughout the whole week, I'm thinking about the podcast all week, nonstop.
Yeah, that's been me too.
Yeah. But yeah, I totally understand what they're talking about. And we're not even doing it for a living. So imagine if we were banking on every week, this is what we're doing to make a living.
Right.
It'd be tough. There's a reason why I'm glad this is not what we're doing for a living. Although eventually, I'm always open to it. But we're doing this for a hobby, which makes it fun. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But getting back to it, I'm glad that you're enjoying the Twitch live streams on chess. Have you been watching it every day?
They've not been streaming every day this week, but I've tried to tune in for a little bit every time they go live. I get the little notification. It says Botez Live is now live.
They're actually very good at chess.
It's crazy.
Very good. Have you gone back and watched all their... I don't know if you went on their YouTube channel and watched those old videos of them playing chess in New York. Very entertaining. That's how I found out about them a couple years back ago.
Yeah. The ones I was watching in the last week, they're just playing people on the streets, but they're talking while they're playing, and they're still just...
Yeah.
It's crazy.
When's the last time you two played chess?
It's been a
Way too long.
time. Several months.
Yeah. I don't even know the date, but it's been months. Yeah.
Listen, you guys got that fancy chess set.
We talked about doing one on the podcast one time.
Yeah.
Toying with playing a game while we're having discussion.
I don't think there'd be much talking.
It'd be tough.
It would be tough.
Because sometimes we play games that last at least an hour.
Yeah.
They're long games.
With a lot of concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, again, I'm okay with podcasts taking the precedent, but, yeah, we still need to do one every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not against taking... we ain't going to have any time on the cabin trip.
Oh, we're going to be playing some Rummikubes.
We're going to be playing Rummikub. Are we going to
On
take
the
your
cabin.
parents, or do we need to buy our own?
No, we'll take one of their sets.
Okay.
We'll take the older set.
Okay.
Very, very fun game,
Dude,
though.
that's a good game. Yeah. We'll have to do that like Friday night, because Saturday night we're recording episode 7, I think, of the podcast.
It'll be
6 or
Tonight's
7.
4.
It'll be 6.
6.
Episode 6.
In a
That's happening.
new location.
In a new location. Listen, Jesse mentioned shoes earlier. And I showed you at lunch, but Tim sent me a slick pair of New Balances. Available in 2 colors. Yep.
Right when you showed me so when you guys were talking about New Balances, I did not say anything about, New Balances. Because what usually happens with us is I judge a pair of shoes and then 4 months later they're on my feet.
That's
So
correct.
you showed me the pair of New Balances and I am on board. I like them a lot.
Yeah, yes.
I like them a lot.
New Balance has a wave coming in hot. And I've been riding that wave for a little while now, but
He's always ahead of the curve. Always.
I'm going to get the whole friend group to start rocking New Balances. Mark my words.
I'm here for it.
I don't think I will. I'm still catching up on Jordan 1s.
Listen.
I'm so far behind.
Listen, Jesse, I'll never forget when we all lived together. Jesse always thought me and Dan were crazy. I would never spend that much money on a pair of shoes.
But the thing was, I always loved the shoe. I just didn't want to spend the money. I don't see myself wearing New Balances. They look cool, but I don't love them. I think the reason why I love the Air Jordan 1s so much is they're tied into basketball. And growing up, basketball was such a big part of my life. I don't have a nostalgic feeling towards New Balances. I can appreciate them for what they are, but as of right now, at this point in my life, maybe when I'm a dad, it'll be different, but I don't like them right now.
That's fine. We're not asking you to love them right now. We're just give them a chance.
All right. I'll be happy when you guys get those high top, medium, high, mids, whatever they are. They look cool.
Listen, if we
I don't know if
we
necessarily
can get
highs.
them, if we can get them,
Are they going to be like hard to get?
they are a collab, and usually, I'm gonna be honest. New Balances are the collabs. The most popular collabs are kind of tough to get. So, I honestly don't even know what site they're dropping on, when they're dropping. I just saw the pictures, sent them to Ash. I didn't even have to send any contacts with it. I just sent him the pictures, and he was like,
I'm in.
"Yep."
Did you want both of them, or do you have
I
a
would
favorite?
absolutely wear both of them.
Would you go for both of them? That's the thing.
I would want the navy pair,
Okay.
but I like them both. Let me just...
Hold
Yeah.
on. So let's get to this.
Can
Yeah.
we talk about it?
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go picture by picture.
Okay.
The first picture has 4 pairs on it, right?
Yeah.
Both of you guys are looking at it.
Mhm.
So these are no dates associated with the shoe. I'm just showing you upcoming pairs right now. So
You already know my thoughts. You know what shoe I want.
in the bottom left, Ash
Bingo.
is looking at the green ones, the Jordan 1 highs. Let's talk about it.
Green toes, I'm assuming they're going to call them.
I don't think
Not
they're
green toes because they don't have a green toe.
True.
I think they're. I don't honestly know what these are called, but
Oh, dirty.
Hey, now we're only on the first slide.
No, I'm looking at the first
Okay.
slide. No, that's exactly what I'm looking at.
so
Are they highs?
yes, they are
Okay.
highs.
Don't look at me like that.
Is that someone's stupid Instagram tag or is that on the shoe?
Yeah, it's a stupid watermark that they're like, oh, this is my
They
photo.
don't own these shoes.
That's right.
So
Screw you, Giovanni.
and my favorite pair of these 4 is the 13s, all black and white.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of all 4 of those,
Yes.
that's by far my least favorite pair. Really?
Yes.
There's gold on it.
I've been wanting a pair of 13, and actually, we can talk about this later. But I do like the Jordan 1 highs. Will I get them? Probably not. Will I go for them? Probably not.
They would look good on your feet.
Why not? They look like the ones you used to have.
Pine Green 2.0s.
Bingo. Wow. I'm not even just saying this to shit on you. Those are the bottom of the barrel out of those 4 shoes that I'm looking at.
You think
now.
so?
There's UNC blue Jordans there.
I think they're called Blue Lagoons.
That's fine. And then there's even white and green ones on the top right that I like.
too white for me.
That is a lot of white.
Yeah, but again, I'd choose them over those.
It's
at the
just
bottom.
preference.
All right.
I've been wanting
You know what?
some 13s.
Fine. That's an easy out.
Are we going to go for the next ones? Scroll.
I can hard pass on
Slide
those.
number 2.
14s, baby. Definitely a cop for me.
Okay.
Let's move on. Let's talk about the black wash.
Those would match Tim's mic sleeve perfectly.
Yeah, they would actually. You're right. You're gonna have to put your shoe on the desk next time we're here.
Ooh.
Let's talk about these. Let's talk about
So
them.
we got the Air Jordan 1 black washed.
Ooh.
100% purchase for me.
Yeah?
Well, I mean 100%
Going
notify
for
me.
them?
Yes,
That
that's
little-
a cop.
That little kiss of red around the ankle there.
I definitely like these a lot. I like the same color check mark as the shoe itself, the gray. The hint of red is kind of off,
I like it.
but
I like it.
it
It's
is coming.
tasteful.
It is coming out in 2023. I don't know the date though.
Oh, pink wash.
You're jumping ahead
Listen,
now.
Jesse's
Are we
just
moving on?
moving
No?
along
Listen,
very
you
quick.
get me going with the Air Jordan 1s.
All right, Ash, we can keep going.
All right.
So
I wore pink. I would wear pink for this shoe.
But these are clearly women's.
This
Jess.
is a women's
It says
shoe.
women's.
Son of a.
You would not wear those.
I would.
I would,
Yeah, I would.
Would y'all really?
would.
and I can.
Oh, you are the worst.
Yeah, he can.
You woman shoe. Move on. Next.
Oh my god!
Wait.
They're
Hold-
not relevant. We
just-
can't wear them.
Just slow down now, Jess. So these are 2023 as well.
Yes, these are 2020.
I like.
mad.
I actually like. Those are very 90s. I like that they did the gray bottoms instead of pink.
Do you think the black washed and these are the same material? I cannot tell.
I'm sure they are.
The black almost looks. Yeah, it is for sure.
Okay.
Is that suede? You think?
It looks like suede because I thought it was denim for a minute, but it's definitely not
And
denim.
is the that's all suede.
I'm mad.
You can get the black wash though.
I guess.
Yeah, it looks like the same material on both. It's just a different colorway.
Colorway.
Yeah, it is. All right.
We going on?
Yeah, we can pass. by these
Oh, Jordan 6 Toro Bravo. Let's
Toro
talk about
Bravo.
it.
Look at that red.
I want these
Oh my.
a lot. Jess, thoughts?
If it doesn't have a check, sign me out. Next.
Sign me out.
I can't wait for like 2 years to come and Jesse's into all the other Jordans except for Jordan 1s.
Tim, let me tell you, man.
It'll happen. Next.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Let me just tell you, a pair of nice black jeans on you.
Yeah.
With those shoes.
Yeah.
Man,
Listen,
the man's gonna look dangerous.
I'm here for it. I want them. I want a pair
Are
of
those
sixes.
23 as well. Yeah.
We can skip this one. I think this is the one from the first one.
That's the one you're skipping?
No, it's from the first photo.
It's a
The
good-
4. The
Okay.
4.
It's a good color.
Columbia.
And then these last ones, we have 2 Jordan 3s.
Wizards.
The Wizards from when he was on the Wizards,
Yeah,
obviously.
Interesting.
And the bottom ones, I'm not sure, but they are black and white all around. I'm not a fan of Jordan 3s because I don't like the all white uppers
right.
with just a hint of a color.
Right.
I prefer the solid, but I mean, they're nice shoes, but I wouldn't go for either one of them.
Right.
No?
I like all the Air Jordan 1s you showed me. That's about it. I mean, you're not totally off reservation with all of those shoes. I could see you going for most of them.
Yeah.
I'm not upset by them. It's just not for me.
So buy the black washed for yourself, Jess, and then buy Savannah the pink washed.
Ooh.
I'm okay with she don't wear pink.
She
I
won't
don't
wear
think.
pink, would she?
She doesn't wear pink.
I don't think so. Which ones? Yeah. Yeah.
That green.
Yeah. The green gets to them. Do you have the greens too?
I do not have pine greens.
Pine green. Why I always go to pollen, but it's pine.
Don't get him salty about it. He
I
really
know.
wants pine greens.
I know.
Someone at this table used to have pine greens.
And got rid of them and didn't even give you the option to purchase them, huh?
Well,
Right.
I also wear a size 10.5.
Yeah.
It's half a size off.
Never
would
would
mark.
have fit in them.
All right.
I did get
Because
them
you don't
for
have a
re-
woman's shoe.
I did get them for retail though before the whole boom.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Before the boom.
The boom. But I want those 13s a lot. I want the 6s a lot. And I already know what you two want.
what do I want?
Ones. Ones.
That's right.
Ones.
Oh yeah.
Get it right. Yes. Any Jordan 1 is a win in my book. Most of them.
Are you going to go for the yellow toes next week?
Here's the thing. I like them a lot.
They are highest.
But I know they're an Ashton shoe. So if I were to get him and he didn't, I wouldn't be happy about it. If I were to get him and he were to get him, I feel like I'd be taken away from him. That is an Ashton shoe. So what I'm going to do is go for your size.
What?
That's what I'm going to do. I think I saw how happy you were about that shoe. I am going to go for your size.
And neither of us will win.
It's possible. Is it on Nike or sneaker?
Is that the USPS delivering?
It might be. At 9:45.
It's
So,
on sneakers.
tell me that question again.
What did I say?
It's
on
on
sneakers.
It's up on
Oh,
sneakers.
forget that. Not even worth trying.
Well,
But I will be going for a 11.
You got it.
they did do early access, so that's a good sign that they'll have a good amount.
Pairs.
Yeah.
I feel like the ones have actually gotten a bit easier to get lately.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe they're going out of style.
And maybe just the craze is dying down with them.
They're also 180 now.
Yeah.
Now 170.
That's true.
In other sneaker related news, my Asics Bodega collab shipped today.
Yeah, that's right.
They should be in time for the cabin, and I'm happy about it.
You should get them by next week sometime.
I hope so. That nice tambourine green.
Can we talk about these?
Jesse still is not sure that these are going to be able, he's not going to be able to get them.
You'll be fine.
I'm worried.
No, you'll be fine. Listen, Jess. There was, Tim, you'll like this too. Asa was actually the one that showed these to me. So Nike just released this week their 2022 Halloween dunks,
Yes.
and they look good.
Do they? Do we have a photo yet?
Let me pull one up.
Hey, is the Yellow Toes not announced yet?
They're on the sneakers app.
They're not on upcoming. They're on the feed page. You got to scroll.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You better believe I smashed that notify button.
So there's no date yet? They're just...
24th next week.
Why are they not on upcoming then? I see them.
Yeah, you do.
Taxi.
Yeah.
Taxi yellow. Okay, Nike.
I kind of want these shoes. No. I'm committed.
This man's like Two-Face over here.
I denied the mids when I got them in person, so I'm not going to want the highs. They're for Ashton. They're Ashton's shoe. Although he has the Bordeaux also that I'm still upset about.
Gentlemen, I present to you the 2022 Halloween dunks. Nothing fancy,
Nothing fancy.
but they're pumpkin orange with a black check mark.
Is there something on the back of the shoe?
So here's side profile.
Okay.
No, I pretty much know you're going to be going for these, right?
From
So
above.
there's really nothing Halloween about them, which I like.
Oh, I see something on the inside.
I think that's just
Oh,
the size and whatnot. I think.
usually they have something cool on it on the inside of the
that's
tongue.
what's intriguing about it. There's no symbol of hey, this is Halloween, which I kind of like about it.
Yeah, nothing Halloween related on there. But
Your boy
hopefully,
Asa must be wanting those dunks.
hopefully we get these by Halloween. But
Good point.
nothing crazy this year. But I think they look good. I love orange. And I love pumpkin orange. And a black check mark.
So, let's cop.
I'm here for it.
Listen, Ashton's going to be wearing those drinking a PSL.
Yeah, you will.
Tim, sometimes you just understand me on a spiritual level. These were the dunks, and these are the ones that that Asa has.
He has those?
Wow.
Yep.
Your brother over there hiding some heat in the closet, isn't he?
That's right. He's got some fire.
Yeah, he does.
He's got some 6s too. Or 5s.
And these really are, like, the bottoms of them really do glow.
Really?
Yeah. We went to the movies, and his feet were glowing.
Oh, that is incredible.
These two guys walked by, and one of them said to the other guy, he's like, how much you think them shoes are? I was like, you better watch yourself over there,
That's
Asa.
right. That's right.
Attracting a lot of attention with those
Someone's
shoes
about
on.
to catch some fisticuffs.
But yeah, we'll see what the Christmas ones are. But I like those, just simple,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good colorway.
I'll probably
so.
go for him.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
If they release even before Halloween.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I have been liking the Halloween Air Forces they come out with with the like the skeleton toe on it, the foot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. They did a purple and an orange pair.
Yeah.
But they never, the past 2 years, they've released their Halloween stuff in like the year after.
Literally past Christmas.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Doesn't make any sense. At that point, just push it back to the following Halloween. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
I agree. I'm excited for Halloween though this year. So
Yeah, you are.
we got a couple holiday things cooking up in the podcast, don't we?
Ooh.
Yes, we do. We don't have anything planned for Halloween yet.
No, Tim's got a Halloween cocktail he's talking about.
Are you? What do you guys think about a little bowl of Halloween candy in the middle?
Sure.
Even though none of us really eat candy.
Oh, please. Jesse's eating more candy this year than ever.
That's a fact.
I think we'll figure out something to do for Halloween this year though.
Yeah, let's make it fun.
It's gonna be good.
Maybe some more cookies like we just cooked up.
Ooh.
I'm not against it. Then we need to come up with something for Thanksgiving. I feel like Thanksgiving gets shafted as a holiday.
Thanksgiving.
Can we figure out something fun to do?
Of course.
Like what?
I mean, we have time to think about
we
it.
got time.
we gather around the table and hold hands and tell each other why we're
What
thankful for each other.
That's right. That's right. At least one thing for each person, what you're thankful for about them. I have a list I can come up with. I have no shortage of thankfulness.
Well, let's save it.
Let's save it. Fine. And then we did allude to the Christmas. I think we're more excited about Christmas than anything.
Oh, yeah.
The Lego Christmas tree that I am hoping Ashton sticks to. Makes a purchase.
It's a great price point, and it looks awesome.
There's 2 different forms of the Christmas tree you can make. You can make a taller, slender one or a shorter, fatter
Multiple forms, you say?
one. In one. Yeah. It's interesting. $45.
It's like only paying $22.50 a tree.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm telling you, you guys will be with me in person when I make that purchase. If there was a Lego store in Copper Hill, I'd be going there to get it. It's the first ever Christmas tree I think they've ever done as a Lego set.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Listen, don't get me too jazzed up about Christmas right now. We aren't there yet.
We have more things to worry about.
We have Halloween and then Thanksgiving to get through.
We got the cabin trip coming up. You're going to Florida tomorrow, Tim.
Yes.
What do you have going on down there?
Just visiting the girl and her family.
Yeah.
Nothing planned. I'm sure she has stuff planned.
Maybe.
It's just a quick trip though.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday afternoon.
Are you going to make it for any of the football games, or are you just not worried about it? Because it's going to be back-to-back weeks that no one's going to be around.
I usually leave there around 12 o'clock. I get home around 3:30, 4 o'clock.
And you won't come for a night game, so we'll just count you out.
Depends what everybody's doing.
I don't know about that.
It depends what everybody's doing.
Jesse and I are planning on recording music on Sunday mornings. I'm going to come over. We're going to make a pot of coffee, and we're going to get some updated intro music
And outro.
to go with your trademark. Are you kidding me?
That's right.
What's wrong with the music now?
It just sounds rough to me.
It was literally our first day of ever recording any type of music.
We were learning GarageBand. Now watch it just not be any better quality at all. But
Listen, I wouldn't know the difference because I'm not a musician, but if you guys think so.
I think you'll hear a difference once we re-record it.
I like that Tim doesn't notice, but I know
Yeah.
that we definitely notice.
Yeah. We're going to figure out an outro that...
Something with synthesizers.
That's right. Reminiscent of 80s. With some drums coming in hot. Ashton figuring out a sick guitar lead.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went. Yeah. That's what we're doing on Sunday. So if you want to come stop by,
I'll see what time I get back.
Yeah, I guess it's no rush. We'll be here.
You have nowhere to be.
We have nowhere to be. That's what I like to hear. What I don't like about this one is that I know I have to go to work tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's better to do one than not do it at all.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess it's just a different feeling,
Ashton gets to work from home tomorrow.
Yeah, I do.
No, you working from home?
Sure am.
Yeah. Is it going to be kind of a relaxed day, like when you go on Friday?
Hopefully. I
Yeah.
did get a call today at about 3:45,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that was a call of... So I'm in a transition period right now.
Right. Yeah, update us, man. So you got stuff going on over there.
Yep. So I'm working on getting all my job duties explained, making... they're called SOPs, but it's basically like a flow chart of here's how to do this so that someone can come in behind me and do it. But after our Italian oven lunch today, I was back at the office working, and I got a phone call about 3:45, and I'm pretty sure the main purpose of that phone call was to make sure I was working.
Was it really?
But all good. So, anyways, I thought that was funny. But today's been fun. I'm glad that we were able to do that for lunch.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was kind of like a pre-prep for tonight that I liked. And we got to catch up.
Tim is holding The Last Samurai on Blu-ray in his hands.
I'm gonna try to watch this before Wednesday. Try to get this on the roll. I really want to get into a movie and take notes. I'm just not like that kind of critic where I take notes.
You're definitely a critic, though.
I mean,
I take notes, and I'm not even a critic. But it's all positive notes. That's my problem. It's hard for me to find a negative.
yeah, I need
movie.
to find like a happy, positive and negative about things.
I think you go into it looking to critique. That seems to be your
No,
mindset.
I didn't go into Batman trying to be negative at all.
It sounded like it. You didn't have one positive thing to say.
I genuinely went into it like, okay, I watched this as a kid. I like it. But it wasn't the same movie I remember.
Can you name a positive thing about that movie?
Yes. Tim Burton directed it. And
He
I love
didn't
Tim
direct
Burton.
it.
He did parts of it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No. He may have had say in it, but he wasn't the director. He was a producer. I don't know. So even your positive note rarely has anything to do with the movie.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have a positive thing to say about it. Not even that it was nostalgic.
It wasn't as nostalgic to me as other ones. Like I was talking about.
Then
But we don't have to get back into the
Then
movie
I don't know
review.
how to help you.
we don't have to get back into the movie review.
Fine.
So I've tried to be balanced. Do y'all feel like I've been fair?
You're the best one out of all of us.
Hey. Yeah, you're right.
You go both ways, and it's good. I appreciate you. You try hard.
That's actually an interesting way to think about it. You're a very critical person of movies. I'm the exact opposite. It's hard for me to be critical of movies. You're like a very, very happy medium, where you actually go in depth with how the movie's speaking to you. The underlying meanings, you really go in depth. I think we should just start a movie review podcast.
We could definitely go on for hours about it.
We probably could, but it's not as fun. What are you going to do?
Jess, where are we at?
We're at 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're 2 minutes short of 10 o'clock
All right. So
on a work day. I'm having a lot of fun, though.
You're really pointing out this work night you got going on.
I'm upset about it. Because I know for a fact, Tim, you're leaving town tomorrow. Ashton, although you are working, you're working from home. What I don't like about it is I don't know if I'm working tomorrow. More than likely I am. That's the problem. And it's just not fun because I'm used to doing podcasts on Friday night and being like, it's the start of the weekend.
it really feels like Friday.
Yes. And I was off today. So it really feels like, like it's the weekend, but it's not. But we'll see.
Okay. Well, Tim's got a vacation to look forward to. Well, short, long weekend.
Short trip.
Jesse and I are gonna bang out a new intro and outro on Sunday, so we got that to look forward to. Gentlemen, what is something that you would like to recap that happened to you during the week that was good?
I got something. Although I know you're going to give me crap about it. I ran into Mark Hall's son at Subway on the way home from church on it was last Sunday, yeah. It was right up the street from Eagles Landing where they, go to church. And I just recognized him from years of like following him on Instagram, him and his dad. And I've always been that person that was like, I feel like I'm going to be cool, like around famous people. Like I won't bother them. I know, let's, let them move on with their day. But he seemed like a cool person. And he is like, he travels with the band and stuff. So he's cool. So I was like, hey man, you look like really familiar. You Mark Hall's son. He's like, yeah. And he said his name and shook my hand. And I just talked to him for like 5 or 10 minutes when we were in line. And it was cool because, man, it was such a cool moment. Because I got to tell him, like, hey, your dad and your family's music was like a big part of, growing up. Kind of got me into, that's some of the first music I was playing growing up. And it was pretty cool because that Sunday morning we played a Casting Crown song at the church. And I got to tell him, like, man, I just got done playing one of your dad's songs at my church, leading worship there. And it was a cool, like, circle moment where he was, like, a cool person, cool to talk to. It's one of those moments where you're, like, you play it out in your head when you meet, like, a famous person that's actually meant something to you, and you want it to be great. And, sometimes it won't be, but it was really cool. It was all positive. I mean, he was, like, super kind, and we talked about him and his dad. We talked about his dad's cars for a while, like the Firebird he used to have years and years ago. And I told him my first car was a Firebird. And I don't know, it was just really cool, the fact that, what are the odds that, because we play Casting Crown songs from time to time, but that Sunday we played one, and then I ran into him and got to tell him how much it meant to me and, like, certain songs and stuff. So that was really cool. And it happened earlier in the week, and I kind of just carried it throughout the week, knowing, like, playing music still is a big part of my life, and it has a big impact on me from day to day. And that was kind of one of those moments that it almost feel like God put him in my life, being like, hey, you ran into him for a reason. I'm showing you you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path and stuff. So that was really cool. That was something that I carried through the week, man, even still thinking about today.
Yeah.
I'm always going to remember that. And the fact that he was such a cool kid, and he's younger than me, and I looked up to him because he travels and plays bass with him. So I always looked up to him even though he was, younger than me.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a really cool moment.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
At Subway.
That's at Subway, where I always am.
We won't get into that. Last Saturday, was it? We had my aunt and uncle's joint surprise 60th birthday party. And it was fun hanging out with all the family. My cousins came in from Texas and Illinois to surprise them. And they had a bunch of friends there. Even the Whitties, Jake and Tracy came. And it was fun hanging out with everybody. I don't see them too often, so it was cool catching up with everybody. And we hung out and watched some games, even if Alabama did win last Saturday. But it is nice just to take a step back. I was there from I want to say 12:30 to 8:30, just hanging out and relaxing. So it was a good time. Quick, but good to catch up.
What part of Texas?
Dallas, I think. I think she lives in Dallas. Yeah. So, but I want to go visit. It'd be cool.
I think we still should.
Yeah.
I've been to Dallas a couple times. They got a cool airport. They got a train that runs. It's a circular airport, and they have a train that runs around the inside of the circle. So, all the gates are connected.
Wow.
It's a cool little train, though. It is hot there in the summer.
Yeah.
So my grandparents have had COVID the last 2 weeks. So I have not seen them in a couple weeks, and I was able to go and see them on Wednesday. These are my mom's parents. So my grandmother had my mom when she was 18. She got married when she was 17. So they were very young. But when I was born, my grandmother was 44 or 45. So she was really young. And they pretty much watched me the first 5 years of my life every day while my mom was at work. My grandmother, at least. My grandfather always worked. But anyways, I've been blessed to have them for almost 30 years. And I've been trying to go and see them at least once a week because they are getting up there in age. And anyways, I was able to go and see them this week on Wednesday before I went to practice. And it's gotten to where I'm cognizant of every time I leave that it's like this, something could happen where I don't see one of them again. They could have a heart attack or something like that happen. And it's like every time I'm hugging them by that I'm getting, how like you can feel yourself starting to get choked up. So it was good. It's just trying to enjoy all those moments with them while I still have them. So that would be mine. And hey, enjoyed lunch with y'all today. Always sitting down and eating with people is just one of my most favorite things in the world. So that was great.
Food and people.
Yeah. I'm happy you're aware of that at this point in your life, like seeing your grandparents and stuff, because my grandparents passed away when I was young, like early teens maybe, and I wasn't aware at the time of how important that time was, and now I wish every day that I still had them around, man, because I think about them all the time. I mean, they lived in this house. I remember hanging out in this very room, even just coming over here playing Xbox and then being in another room. I never took the time to like sit down and hang out with them and talk to them, and sometimes I regret that a lot. So it's cool that you're aware of that and that you take every chance you get to be around them. That's like a real important stuff to carry with you. So it's really cool that you're aware of that now.
Yeah, trying to prepare as best as you can for when they do pass, to not have any regrets about, at least try not to. Could have spent more time with them or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But there is something, we don't really know what happens after we die. We might have inclinations of what may be coming, but there is a finality to, like, this is it kind of thing. So I'm trying to, enjoy all that with them while I have them. So, but let's not end the podcast on death. So,
No, not at all.
So, fellas, this has been great. We'll see how the picks for week 2 turn out. I'm looking forward to this.
It's episode 4, right?
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Man.
We're already a month into this and enjoying every second of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll reconvene again next Friday.
Next Friday, regular show. And
Friday
then
night.
Week after that.
New cocktails, and then the cabin.
Week after that is the cabin trip, fellas. That's what we're looking forward to.
We'll be live.
I don't know about live. We will do a podcast at the cabin. I say we don't even stick to a time limit.
Live from the cabin.
Let's just go until we pass out.
We really won't have anywhere to be.
We literally will have nowhere to be. I mean, the title of the podcast is named after the cabin trip.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it, guys.
Yes.
So, listen, Tim, I hope you enjoy your trip. Tim, you're going to have a
Godspeed,
good
my
time.
man.
Ash, I'm looking forward to see you on Sunday. And potentially next week, you guys may hear some new intro and outro music.
Yes, something a little bit improved and
It might sound the same to me, but
It'll sound the same. To you.
it's going to be new and improved.
I think
to
you'll
you guys.
notice. We'll play it back to back. I think you'll notice a difference.
yeah, and it would be nice to have different outro music.
Yeah, like it'll be playing right now. Or you'll be hearing the synth as we
slowly
speak right
fades
now.
out.
And then right when we stop playing, something will happen.
Boom.
We still don't have the plans set in stone, but we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
All right. I love you both. I'm super, super glad we're doing this. And let's pick it up again next week. What do you say?
Cheers.
Sounds like a plan, fellas.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Are you kidding me?